chat today. Hello. Hello. Let me get over here. Ta-da! I changed formatting a bit. I've decided that I no longer want the hunt for Wooper and Quagsire, since that's something like the timer on the Platinum game was kind of bothering me. And I don't really have any like major targets in that game. So, like, honestly, I don't have any major targets here other than Kangaskhan, but it's nighttime now, more or less, so no Kangaskhan today. But basically, I'm changing to Fire Red, Dratini, and Dragonair, and for Soul Silver, it's going to be Sentret and Furret. And this game you'll see back here is actually my digital copy of Pokemon Yellow. And while there are no shinies in this game, technically, apparently in the code you can get a shiny. It just depends on the different, like, serial numbers. And I'm not sure if you need to trade it over to another game to see the shiny, or if you can just transfer it straight from the game to Pokemon Bank to see the shiny. I'll have to double check that. But, without further ado, let me go ahead and get this showing up. Now, last time I was super eepy and only managed to get through the first video of this Wonder Trade Gauntlet series of Absol Box Pokemon. So, today we're going to be finishing that, hopefully. It should only take like 2 hours-ish. Let's see, we're about 15 minutes into this one. It's in Shining Pearl, and to sum things up, basically when the game first came out, he had the idea of doing the Wonder Trade Gauntlet, since it would be newly added to the game, since it's a Gen 4 remake. And he was initially going to do Fiona like he did with the first Wonder Trade Gauntlet in X and Y, but Fiona can't be Wonder Traded, so he has to switch to other Pokemon in order to trade them out. So that's where we're at here. And now, let's start the video and start shiny hunting. Hell yeah. Oh, and y'all, I'm just going to be catching as
On the
many
weekend of
Pokemon as
April 8th,
possible.
I drove over to Texas to have a shiny hunting IRL with my friend Mr. Let's Play It. And I took every opportunity I could to also hatch some more
On the off
Absol while
chance
I
that
was
one of them
here.
may be shiny.
I'm a firm believer that whenever I take on a grindy project like this, I need a change of scenery every now and then, just to keep
Just
things
gotta try and
fresh.
catch as many as possible.
And the boxes of Absol that I hatched in Texas this weekend were pretty much effortless. Until we hit an unfortunate obstacle. A tree that required HM01 cut in order for us to get past it, and neither of us had the HM. So I had to drive back home to Louisiana. On April 12th, I
Also
did
filling
another
up
Wonder
Pokedex,
Trade stream,
apparently.
where I got traded a diseased Spinda, which would become a disease on my file in another way later that I'll talk about. At this point, I silently started to wonder what would be the last Pokemon I would receive from this. In a pre-Pokemon homeworld, I thought it would be one of the most difficult friendship evolutions, Lopunny,
I'll have to
or the
reset
double
this
trade evolution,
after,
Porygon Z. Stand up?
every run when the steps.
Are you telling me to
step
stand
counter
up?
runs out.
Why,
But I
why
don't
am, why am
mind
I
that.
standing? But as I continued to receive rare
'Cause
Pokemon like
at least I'm catching
Lucario,
Pokemon
I wasn't
instead
really
of just
sure.
countering them,
But
you
after
know?
411 trades, I completed my first little goal of this. Getting enough rare candies for a Pokemon to reach level 100. 200 points! It would still be a while before I actually used them though. We have 108 rare candies. I still had to register 430 more points on the globe, so 5 more Pokemon could reach the pinnacle of power. I also thought for the first time I received one of my Absol back, but it turned out to be one of the children of my Absol from someone named Z-Mint. Sasuke! Now that's very cool, that's Tentacool. At the end of the night, with 217 points on the globe and 190 Pokemon in my decks, I prepared to set out on a journey later that week. A journey inspired by a meme, and by a song that
Like, I
Green
wonder
Day
what
would
the odds
eventually
for
go on to
shinies
cover. Last year I used that
First gen
song,
are.
but I figured I'd
Since
change
technically
things
they're
up
not
this
even a
year,
part of
and
that
use
gen.
something a little bit different. I apologize in advance for what you're about to hear. When When I woke up, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who walks to Burger King. When I walk home, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who walks from Burger King. When I walk up,
I love the cover.
yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who walks to Burger King. This year, the lobby was open, and I was able to connect to Wi-Fi. I didn't stream it, but I told the world I was ready, and I started doing wonder trades at Burger King.
You can miss? You can miss in Gen 1? Like, straight up just miss the ball? Okay, I'm a baited.
The most notable thing that happened with these Burger King trades is that I got my own Absol named Bike back the next trade after I sent it out from someone else. This was the only time this happened during the entire gauntlet, which is ironic because my actual bike would get stolen 2 months later.
Okay, that's another reason to play alongside this. I actually get some good catching serotonin. Is it serotonin
H
or
in chat?
dopamine?
I'll type H. I did 21 wonder trades at Burger King, and when I walked back home from Burger King, I did even more, and got my first trade evolution. I also got a bit nostalgic and whipped out the old 3DS to do some 3DS wonder trades alongside the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Back when you could set custom status messages with your trades, and the trades were actually one-to-one with another person. Even though things have changed, I'm happy that Wonder Trade is still around.
I haven't actually, checked.
$8! I'm rich! I'm rich! After getting these $8, I'm quitting my job and I'm doing this full time. Some of the coolest trades I got that day were on my 3DS. One of the Pokemon that I was especially happy to get during this stream was this Normal Ralts. It was a pretty wonderful day, and I only ended because I had finally run out of the eggs that I hatched in Texas. So I had to start hatching once again.
April 20th, Shiny Absol, number 3.
I had one more duty I was contractually bound to doing from the charity stream. Making and trying a grilled cheese sandwich for the first time. And it was pretty good.
I should make them all
Lead
often.
foil, rope.
Like, I've made a few in my lifetime, but I haven't actually, done it recently. Which is a shame, because they are good. It's just that it uses quite a lot of cheese and bread.
300 points! 40 more rare candies.
Oh, I need a Ran.
Well, there we go. 707 trades. Over the next few days while I was hatching, I had all sorts of interesting encounters. First, I got an interesting package from my friend Zach, who appeared in some older videos. I got all sorts of interesting cards, like these playing cards based off the Pokemon anime, with a lot of art that just reeks of the early 2000s. I also got some other Japanese cards, like this Imposter Professor Oak, which was sleeved up by Kaibacorp. For all we know, the real Imposter Professor Oak could be trapped within this card for this reason. And this mini CRT monitor that I'm going to have to hunt a shiny on someday. I also saw a legendary Window Frog, a shiny Absol in the underground. Shiny Absol! What? The disappearance of Window Frog. And some big roseate spoonbills. Over the course of this, I hatched about 5 boxes of Absol, and I was ready to do more trades.
And not a shiny Centred either. But these could be a shiny.
Yes! I did it.
These could be shiny. Just, oh no at all. Until the end of Safari Week.
Is that Chungu Sr.? The esteemed gentleman? Yes! Chungu Sr.! Even without the Pokemon Home update, I was still making some amazing progress. But because we were still without that update, my PC boxes were filling up, and I had a finite amount of storage. Because I didn't want to retrade anything that I had previously gotten before, once I had traded out my 40th box of Absol, there would be a hard stop to this, until that update would release, and we honestly had no idea when that would happen. So I decided that as I was hatching my last few boxes of Absol before reaching this stopping point, I would try and capture some rare Pokemon on another save file to try and wonder trade them with myself, so I could focus on quality with these last few pre-home trades. Starting with Pokeradar chaining for a shiny Beldum, which would be the ultimate shiny reclaim of my first shiny fail on YouTube.
Wow.
No.
Shiny patch?
Oh, broke free.
Oh, the run back. The run back on when I was a kid.
Scyther stayed
That
so
was
much.
a low chain. And I did get the reclaim, but
It's
my
still
plan to
staying.
trade with myself wouldn't work. Because both my systems were using the same Nintendo Switch Online account.
Dang, it's still staying. Scyther really likes to stay.
Look behind. And this session on April 29th would have one of the craziest
breaking
trades of the
free.
entire gauntlet. Upon sending out an Absol named Window
I'm
Frog,
at 3 balls left.
I received
Over in
another
yellow.
Window Frog in return. What? I traded
try
out Window
bait.
Frog and got
I'm gonna
Window
try
Frog
bait
in
and
return. How does that work?
See if that.
I can't
increases
escape the
catching
Window
odds.
Frog. I had to check my
It's like
window.
that.
It's
I
not
missed.
there.
2 balls left in yellow.
Despite not being
I
able to
missed
trade with
again.
myself,
Okay, last
I
ball.
still made tremendous dex progress.
I missed.
With lots of trade
Oh,
evolutions,
the
which were
Scyther got
basically
away.
like getting 2
The
Pokemon in
Scyther
one
got
trade.
away.
On a rainy first day of May, I did my final stream before Pokemon Home dropped.
Well, time to
And
save.
I received another shipment
Time
of
to
Ski
save the
from the
game.
Ski Master. Chungoose Jr.
Now time to get back in there.
400 points. Crazy.
I think hunting
Although
in
I
the
still
area
had
that
a few
I
more
am will give
Absol I
me
could
Kangaskhan,
trade. This is where I
possibly.
stopped before
So I
Pokemon
could
Home
possibly
released.
get a shiny
And I
Kangaskhan
made
from
pretty
Gen
significant
1.
progress,
That would
all
be
things
exciting.
considered. 291 in the dex is not bad, with many difficult to obtain Pokemon already crossed off. At this point, it was a waiting game, waiting for Pokemon Home to happen.
No shiny
But
Sentret.
I wasn't going to just sit idly by. I could prepare on other games. Starting by trying to get more shiny Absol by Pokeradar chaining in the original Diamond and Pearl. Despite it being my favorite Pokemon, I never chained it back when I was
Dragonair, but
really
it's
into
not
this.
shiny. We had
And
that
Pokeradar
dragon
chaining
this
is,
stream.
if
We
you
didn't
ask
get
me,
one
the
last
best
stream
way
at
of
all.
obtaining shinies in bulk to trade out.
Unfortunately, not shiny.
Oh, there's the
It's
shiny
blue.
patch.
Not pink. So we gotta run.
That looks pretty neat. There's another.
Catch the Rhyhorn. hopefully.
Number 2, baby. I wanted to farm more than just a couple of these things, but unfortunately I made a little misstep
Hey,
and my
got it.
chain ended.
Yippee! Oh, never got a Rhyhorn before.
Oh, that wasn't a shiny patch. That was a Wingull patch. But these Absol weren't the only things that I was going to prepare. With the shiny hunting event that I host called Safari Week coming up, I wanted to
yes,
help
Safari
people hunt
Week.
rare
We're doing
grass
that
type
right
targets
now.
in the Great Marsh. So I wanted to gather a lot of Execute with the hidden ability Harvest. I figured the easiest way to do this would be through the Gen 1 and 2 Virtual Console games on the 3DS, since all Pokemon transferred up from those games are guaranteed to have their hidden abilities.
Ooh.
But catching all these Execute proved to be a little bit slower than I thought, so I took things to Alola, because I missed hatching eggs there and running around in circles
Hey,
on
got
my
the Nidoran over
Tauros.
here.
Ultra Sun
I really want to get the Nidorans.
and an Ultra Moon.
Like, imagine
And out
a
of
shiny
real life
Nidoran from
Jurassic
Yellow.
Safari
Like,
Zone,
it would have the Game
I
Boy
hatched
mark,
more of
wouldn't
these
it?
Execute for Safari Week.
That would just
And
be
these
insane.
Execute would be what I would hatch for the next month. But
Well, any
thankfully, I
shinies
wouldn't
from
have to wait that
this would
long
be
for the
insane with
Pokemon
the
Home
Game Boy
update to
mark.
drop on May 18th. And while I was moving my current collection of Pokemon into Pokemon Home, I immediately noticed something kind of weird, involving Spinda, which I was talking about earlier. Spinda cannot be transferred in or out of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, because there's a glitch on how its spot patterns
Oh
are
no, the
displayed,
glitch.
which would make it inconsistent between this game and Home. So instead of patching Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, as it currently stands, you just can't take it in or out of the game. So I had to create a box for these little guys called Spinda Jail, where they may indefinitely remain unless Ilka comes through and actually patches the game someday. With the Spinda incarcerated and many eggs in Absol, on June 3rd I finally did my first post-Pokemon Home Wonder Trade stream. It's like we had stepped into the future, and things were a little bit strange.
No shiny Sentret.
Like the strange balls that
Gotta call
Pokemon
out
from
so I
Legends
can keep
Arceus
my
come in.
voice Speaking.
Jimmy
That's
John.
nice.
With only 3 out of the first 900
not
trades
just
being
in
shiny
silence.
Pokemon, there was
Dang, I
immediately
hadn't
a
had a
much
Cubone
higher
either.
concentration of shinies
Over
being
in
sent
yellow.
out. We had clearly left the microcosm of the
Crazy.
Chibi Sinnoh region, and the Pokemon I was receiving could have come from anywhere now. and the possibilities for what could happen were endless.
No,
Get
shiny
souped!
secret.
Oh, I just got souped. I can't come back from that. I guess stream's over. I just got souped. In all seriousness, though, it was really fascinating that it took me over 1,000 trades to get my first Zigzagoon, which was one of the most common Pokemon during my Pokemon Y Wonder Trade
That's cute,
Gauntlet.
Ren.
Just goes to show how
Yeah,
different
ran
things
away
were
from
with
me.
this game before the home compatibility.
No shiny.
After a very productive
haven't
first
seen any
stream back
Kangaskhan.
after
Is there
Pokemon
a
Home,
really rare
I went out and
encounter
did a
here?
brief intermission
I think
of
I'll go to the
GoFest,
next,
which was
area
not as
for
exciting as I
yellow.
thought it would be. So I chased some
Let's see if
excitement
that
later
gets
that day
better
with more
results.
Wonder Trades. Though we had stepped into the future, many things remain the same. Like Matt sending out Pokemon named Matt. And also during this time, I received my first Dunsparce after over 1,000 trades. Take note
Watch
of
the
how
game
late I
proven wrong
received
and
my
run into
first
a
one,
Kangaskhan
because this
just
will be an
before I
interesting
leave.
statistic later. At the end of the day, I had less than 200 points on the globe to go, and we were eerily close to getting a vertical bingo on the Dex tracker. Due to a prior commitment on June 9th, I was not able to make any Wonder Trades, so I sent out a special guest to be my substitute. The Warden of the Safari Zone, Cal Zone.
How's
Me,
it?
Cal Zone. Do we like Strombolis? Do not say the word Stromboli, that is a bannable offense, JP.
Oh dear.
And that's a shiny Graveler. I'm a Calzone purist. There's a Pseudo-Wudo, fake wood, fake tree, real mustache, 100% real mustache, and don't argue with me on it, it's real. Just dance.
Yeah,
I feel really
focusing
bad for the
on
confused
moving
people who tuned into this stream for the first time that night.
Over and
Oh,
over and
450 points! Hot dog! Basketball.
Oh, look at
Dribble that around. Bingo! Bingo.
I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to immediately.
We've
throw
entered
some
the
bait at
bingo
this thing.
zone. His name was Bingo, too. Oddish
Now
are
throw a
friends,
ball.
not food. Pondering my orb. My
I
ard.
missed.
My odd. Pondering my oddish. There's a
I
Lopunny.
missed.
Word has it, that
Okay,
was
I'm
the
throwing a
Pokemon
rock.
that Matt predicted would be the last one he gets over the course of this. Don't you
Okay,
dare
now I'm throwing a
eat
ball.
Oddish in a salad. Do you realize who's listening right now? This is
I
an
keep
Oddish.
missing Chansey.
Oh,
And it
yeah,
ran away.
Fieldlands. Thanks
At
to
least I already
Calzone's
caught
magical
one of
touch,
them
I got the
earlier.
most shinies that I would get in a single night during this entire gauntlet.
Alright,
This
we're
is
in the next
Calzone
area. Let's see if we can
signing
find
off.
a Kangaskhan.
I'll
Grass
see y'all
over
during
here.
Safari Week. Once your YouTube channel reaches a certain size, there's a not often talked about fact that the Tier List Council carefully reviews your channel every
Toby!
year to make
Oh,
sure
yeah,
you've
dishes
made at least
again.
one tier list video. Otherwise,
Toby.
they permanently delete your
it's
channel.
Safari Week this week, so,
So in
I'm
order to
trying
meet this
stream
quota, I
shiny
once
hunting
again did
every day
Wonder
for the week.
Trades on the
It started
national
on
holiday
Friday.
known as Tier List Tuesday.
I'm
Most
shiny
of these
hunting
tier
for
lists were
Pokemon.
suggested by chat, like ranking
But welcome
pictures
to
of
stream,
me
Toby.
and
Welcome to
ranking
stream.
triangles. Disgusting, honestly. This equilateral triangle is a Dorito with hair. That's also D tier. I'm sorry. It's D tier for Dorito. Disgusting. The lines represent equal length, but they also represent hairs
No shiny here.
that are unwanted on my Dorito chip. After the most divisive and controversial triangle ranking of all time, I made a tier list of every Smash Ultimate character's favorite Mountain Dew flavor. Then I did a tier list of colors.
Oh, yeah.
Pokemon Gray version never happened, D tier.
But hey.
Literally every shiny from Gen 7 and Alola. A ranking of
hey,
the Pokemon
Toby.
rivals.
How was my day? My day?
Mountain
Good.
Dew
I
flavors.
had a session of
all
D&D
of Ash's
earlier.
Pokemon.
We're
the
literally
regional
one
variant
session away
shinies.
from ending. We're
Fruit,
right at the,
gold
the ending
shinies,
boss fight
and
for our D&D
Garfields.
game.
Thankfully, I'll get to keep my channel for
And
another
this
year.
game has been going on for like 4 or 5 years. So it's really tremendous.
Eventually,
Have I eaten
July
today?
rolled
Yes,
around,
I have eaten
and
today.
I wanted to move
I had
on from
fried
trading
chicken
out
for
Execute.
lunch, and I had some
And
spaghetti
I was a
for
little
dinner.
bit stumped trying to think of what I should trade
so
out next.
I've eaten plenty.
Then I remembered I could transfer in Pokemon from Sword and Shield, and that there was a unique ribbon, the Curry mark, that I could get from attracting wild Pokemon with Curry. It takes a while to make a lot of Pokemon appear this way, and many of the Pokemon you can find can't be transferred into Brilliant Diamond, Shining
yeah, I've
Pearl.
had a fun day.
But I've always wanted to shiny hunt something this way, so this was a good excuse to get some encounters in. On July 10th, I loaded up my 2 boxes of Curry guys and got ready to trade them out. An actual end to the challenge was starting to be within sight, and I started
And I have an
displaying the
idea for
Pokedex
what I'm
tracker
gonna
on
do
screen at all
in the
times,
problem
since so
monster,
few
since I
Pokemon
wanna do
remain,
something
and I was eager to get this
with the
done.
trains over
So after
there.
doing one of the slowest
Honestly, I
ways
need
to
to
obtain
figure out
Pokemon with
what the
Curry,
train
I wanted to
situation
do
is
something
there,
lightning
'cause we have a bunch
fast.
of like waste
I would
stones
catch a lot of
that people can
unknown
use to
in
teleport
Legends
about.
Arceus. And these would be cool enough trades because they'd appear in the neat
Saw
little green
PJs? Yes,
strange
they are very
balls when
cute, and
transferred
they're
into
very comfy
BDSP.
too, very soft.
Then, the next session, I decided I would become a master of cries. Not crying, guessing Pokemon cries. Now, guessing every cry was a skill that I used to take great pride
Like that
in.
was a treat myself.
Back when
day
there
where
were
it was
only
like,
251
you know what?
Pokemon.
I deserve.
I remember
some
on long road
pajamas.
trips, my sister was
Have
sitting
I
in the
earned
back
it?
seat,
I
and
don't
I could
know.
tell exactly
But you
where
know?
she was in game, what Pokemon she was using, and what Pokemon she was fighting, just by
I
listening to
would
the
like some
audio.
pajamas.
But
So
in
I
recent
bought them.
years, the skill has faded away, with more and
Dratini?
more generations of
Not
Pokemon
shiny.
getting added, and the transition to Gen
Not shiny
6,
Dratini.
where every single Pokemon's cry was revamped. Just listen to how they changed Salamence's cry. I wanted to improve myself, become
Oh,
stronger,
and I changed up the
get back to how
names
powerful
for
I
this tree.
was when I was
have
7.
Fire Red here.
So I wonder
I have Soul
traded
Silver here.
while guessing
I have
Pokemon
Yellow
cries, trying to get the
here,
longest streak
is
that I
Gen
possibly
1.
could. Sunflora.
But according to like the code, you
And
can
I
get
didn't do
shinies.
so well.
You just need to transfer them to a different game to actually see them. I'm
Volcanion,
at the
okay.
end of the
I
Safari
became
Week, I'm
so
going to
absorbed
check
in
all
trying
the
to understand
codes.
all the cries
I'm going to find
that I
out
didn't
how to
even
check the
realize how
codes
much of a push was
to see
being
if I
made to
got any
complete my
shinies
Sinnoh regional
from the
decks.
Pokemon I caught.
I got so lost in it that I kept doing this for
Also,
an
I
hour
need to
after
catch
stream
Pokemon
ended.
that I actually.
And
It's
then
a
I started
Kangaskhan!
studying the cries in my free
A
time.
possibility of being
And
shiny
streaming
Kangaskhan
exclusively cry
that
guessing
I won't know
runs
to the end of the
until
week.
it reached the point a few days later when I could
Utopia,
guess
yes,
all
yes.
of them
We
in
are
one
so
sitting
close to
without
finishing,
having to
it's
give up
crazy.
on any. No, it's why not? And then I started
Like my
speedrunning
character
it.
has finished.
And
there
I think
are...
I'm just gonna keep going with this sometime after I finish this video.
Now we're just finishing up the arcs of the
Kyogre
other player
beckons.
characters.
Even though we
Like,
can't
we've
get
entered into the realm
Kyogre
of the
over
god.
Wonder Trade in this generation.
So I was so busy guessing
And now
Pokemon
we're
cries
preparing
last
to
stream
fight
that I didn't even
against
realize the
mortal
coolest thing that had
enemies
happened.
of my friends.
We now have
Oh,
enough
video is
Pokemon to
loud?
complete the entire Sinnoh Dex through Wonder
Okay,
Trades
let
only.
me.
For the most part. Because, of course,
I think
there
I'll
are
try
the
turning
legendary
video
Pokemon
down to
that
about right
cannot
there.
be Wonder Traded.
I think there would
So
be good
I've
for the
got
video.
them in Pokemon Home, ready to transfer over. These are actually my Sinnoh
I
legendaries
keep
from the
missing
Hisui
the
region from
Pokemon
Legends
in
Arceus.
Pokemon Yellow.
And let's go
Apparently
get
you
that
can miss
national
in
dex
Gen
now.
1. You
Now
can
that we
throw
can
the ball
complete the
and
Sinnoh
miss.
Dex. Check
And
it
I'm running
out.
out of Safari Balls, so I have
Complete
like 6
Sinnoh
left.
Dex.
Kangaskhan,
Sort of.
let me catch
Because
you.
of fish.
Let me catch you.
We'll get it eventually, though. Someone will trade a Goldeen eventually. We've recorded all the Pokemon of Sinnoh in my
I keep
Pokedex.
missing.
So I got the National Dex and the Poke Radar with only 2 badges.
And
Unfortunately,
it
having
ran
the Poke
away.
Radar early isn't as cool as it
Well,
sounds.
at least I know I
though,
can
because
find
we don't have
Kangaskhan here.
access to all the resources like the
What
high
I was
level
worried about with
repels
the
that
last
would actually
section
help
of
us
the Safari
chain.
map.
And we can't get the Poketch app that lets us keep track of our chains until we get Surf, which is much later on. Just to complete a shiny hunt on principle, though,
yeah,
I
3
did
balls
try
left
and
here.
chain
Let's go ahead and
Sunkern with
use
the
them
limited
all.
resources that I had. Oh ho! Uh-oh!
Oh wait, last ball on his Nidoran.
Look how dark that thing is.
Yep, I caught it.
Sick.
And that's
Someone's getting a shiny
last ball well
Sunkern.
spent.
Now knowing that I'd be better off radar chaining on my main file instead of the Wonder Trade file, I decided to go for a type of radar hunt that was not possible before these games. Going for a shiny patch at a chain of 0. Absol Swarm Day. I've been waiting for
Time to
this.
save all
In
my
these games in
encounters
particular,
over in here
at a
in
chain
yellow.
of 0, each grass patch has the full odds 1 in 4096 chance of being shiny. And since you
There
see
we go.
4 patches every time you reset the radar, the encounters are blazing
Now
fast.
time to get back into the game.
On a single game, I managed to go over odds on this hunt in just a few hours. And there's a little bit of an
There we
extra
go.
thrill hunting this way too, because you have no idea what the Pokemon is going to be within that shiny patch. We got info on Bayonetta 3 earlier, and there's a shiny patch! 5,392
Here
encounters.
And now we make a
Let's
move.
see what
It's
it
over
is.
in yellow. No shiny.
Absol! Yeah! Shiny Absol. This Absol would be one that I would keep, but I continued the chain. And there's another shiny patch. This shiny Absol will be going out to someone in chat. And that broke the chain. On July 17th, I traded out the fruits of my Pokeradar journey. The Matt incident? Yo. And my globe-trotting journey slowly continued, working my way down the list, marking more points. Hold that thought. We got 80 more rare candies.
Nidoran ran.
Look at that Piloswine.
Nidoran ran away.
But truth be told, I still had Pokeradar fever, and I wanted to fulfill my dream of farming at least 10 shinies from one chain. So I set out to Route 201, where I would bird up. I had pretty tremendous chain luck, perhaps some of the best I've ever had. Dude, the next patch added shiny patch 2 right after that one.
Ooh.
Well, you know what they
Crazy
say.
luck.
One day you'll catch the most shiny Starly you'll ever catch in one day in your entire life, and you may never even realize it.
See, let's see if we can catch
Except
this
I
Execute.
totally
I think all
realized
Execute
it. Because on top of the
come across so
14
far
shiny
have ran
Starly
away
from this
from me.
chain, it was also Starly Community Day and Go. I'd be shocked if I ever caught more.
There we go, I got
Another
it.
perk of having the National Dex so early is
It
being able
hurt
to
me
find a
saying
wider
that.
variety of Pokemon in the underground,
So I
with many of
decided to
them
get
being
caught.
below the level that they normally should be. And when I decided to wonder trade some of these out, I found the straw that would break the camel's back in the Pokemon legality checker in this game. My Camerupt that was fully legitimately caught did not pass the check, and I was unable to trade it. I can't trade because there's a problem with my Pokemon. What? But every other underleveled Pokemon I had traded out just fine.
Ooh.
It was only
So many
Camerupt that was the
glitches.
problem.
BDSP had
Do
so
a flip.
many glitches.
For the rest of stream, I wondered why Camerupt was just broken of all Pokemon, and I knew I needed to investigate it further. There was pretty much nothing out of the ordinary about these Camerupt, and they even transferred into Pokemon Home just fine.
Like, I think
and it
BDSP
turns
are
out,
some of the
thanks
most
to research
broken
from
Pokemon
Anubis,
games to have ever
the game does
released.
not allow you to trade a Camerupt below level 30, which is such a strange and arbitrary thing. It makes me wonder how many other completely legal Pokemon are randomly blocked off from being Wonder Traded in this game. These Camerupt were the only instance of this that I encountered personally over the course of this entire gauntlet, though.
See, I keep moving my console over here. Need to be more careful with it. Well, is it a console? It's a handheld console, so I guess console is the correct way of saying it.
Oh, 600 points! 90 whole rare candies. I think this one is sick. I think there's something wrong with it. It's July 26th, and every Wonder Trade stream I do now could potentially be the last.
Another thing to say about the PJs.
This is all that's left now, and I'm going to update my prediction of what I think the final Pokemon is to Pupitar. Who's got a Pupitar on hand? I'd love to be proven wrong by that. With the rest of this bottle of Baja and my boxes
Baja with my
loaded up
lunch
with these
today, it was
Absol, let's take on potentially the final Wonder Trade stream tonight. Friend Ball Pupitar. Okay, I stand corrected. I thought Pupitar would be the last one.
You think the thighs are good enough for that?
Alright, this is it. This is the final point. I'm about to become Mr. Worldwide
You think so?
with this Meryl.
Respectfully.
And with that, wait for the jingle. We did it! I've marked every point on the globe. And you get a full 100
I think my
rare
cat wants to be
candies.
let in.
The pinnacle of power for a number of rare candies.
he's scratching
And with
at the
that
door.
goal complete, Sunflora, Fortress, and Vigoroth were the final 3 Pokemon remaining in the National Dex. Sunflora!
Yeah, I gotta go let him in.
2 left.
Hang on. Yeah?
But then I
Like,
ran out of
happily.
Absol to trade for the night, which would normally be the stopping point for the night for me, because if I ran out of Pokemon, surely everyone else did. But things were different with this final push for these last 2 Pokemon. Everyone seemed to be trying to prep a Fortress or a Vigoroth, so I kept hatching more Absol on stream to return to the Wonder Trades for one final push.
Because you
And it was a short push. It only took 3 trades for me to get the last 2 Pokemon. Fortress! That's it! After 1861 Wonder Trades, we've got them all. I'm gonna replace this Slugma trade with this Fortress trade, because I gotta keep the record of the Fortress trade, you know, as the final one. Though the globe was entirely filled out and I got this fancy golden plaque, and my national dex was totally filled out aside from legendaries and mythicals, my job was not yet done here. We had to decide which out of these 1,800 Pokemon would be the 6 that would reach level 100 with the 600 rare candies that I had accumulated over the course of this. We had to decide the fateful team in a tournament of champions. I set up a double elimination tournament bracket where chat would vote on the winner of each match. Congratulations to Live Reaction to Slugma. And I grossly underestimated how long this would take with it being double elimination. After an honestly excruciating 6 hours of making chat type 1 and 2, these were the final 6 Pokemon that moved on to join the final team. The brave few that would reach the pinnacle of power, level 100.
I would be more than happy to have you prove me wrong,
I could press a button to skip all this, but I kind of like
I'd
the
be
sound
more than
effect.
happy to have you prove me wrong on that.
It's like we're playing Pac-Man. That's the sound of getting souped. Get souped. Chicken! Thickagon Z, Big Guy, Burger King, and the beloved Chungus Jr. all reached level 100. And I'm going to do a victory lap of the rest of the playthrough with this team as a future video someday, but I haven't even started on that yet. For now,
I don't know
let's
if
take a
he's
look back on some
released that video
statistics.
yet.
So Twitch chat user Drifting Quill surprised me one day with a big spreadsheet of all the
I don't
wonder
remember
trades
him
that I
having
had done so
released that
far.
video.
And after filling out the rest of it, I wanted to see what the top 5 most traded Pokemon were. Some of them were predictable, and others I would have never guessed in a million years. At number 5, with 36 trades, we have a strange one, Kecleon. Almost all of these Kecleon also came from one person, AVK
Kecleon
Profit.
fan.
And next for number 4 and 3, we have a tie with 42 trades each, Bidoof and Eevee. In second place, we have
I think you
Starly.
really do like
This
to
is
run
what I
away in
thought
the
would
game,
be the
huh?
most common Pokemon that I would receive over the course of this, and perhaps if I wasn't streaming, it would be. But that leads us to number 1,
A down horrendous question?
Dunsparce.
Well, please
The
do.
Pokemon that I wouldn't initially
Go ahead,
receive
Max.
until I had already done 1,000 trades. A lot of people happened to be hatching Dunsparce at the same time, and I just kept receiving them. As a Dunsparce fan, I'm just glad that it finally won something. I'm so proud of you, Dunsparce. I still did want to obtain those final legendaries that I was missing that couldn't be obtained over Wonder Trade.
Yeah, got the
So,
Nidoran.
in order to do the most interactive way of getting them, I did
I'm not gonna
Dynamax
give any
Adventures
nicknames
with
to
the
Pokemon
chat.
until I can guarantee
Because at the
their
end of the day,
shininess.
that's what this gauntlet is all about anyway.
No shiny
It's not about creating some sort of impossible
Unfortunate.
challenge or getting the national dex for free because I can make my minions do my bidding for me. This was all about giving people a common goal to come together and just trade with each other. It's all about weaving a tapestry
Can I
of
ask for
trades
both?
and stories. Something that anyone with the game can become a part of. And now that I've done this twice in 2 different games, I'm gonna do it again. We've already got confirmation on the official website that Scarlet and Violet will have surprise trades, which are basically Wonder Trades under a
Spoiler
different
for the
name.
next Wonder Trade.
So maybe
gauntlet.
that's where you'll
It's,
see me do this next. Anyway,
Not gonna
thanks
be
so
that.
much for watching this whole long,
Speak up.
crazy journey, and I will see you
Would
next
both
time.
be okay? Can I ask for both? And Dratini not shiny. Unfortunate.
I love the Nintendo
Alright,
3DS.
last video of the
From
day,
its
but it's
charming
over an hour
customizable
long,
UI
so
to
we're
its
good.
game lineup to all the special edition consoles they made to its camera and its amazing audio quality to even the stereoscopic 3D people seem to always forget about even though it's in the name of the system.
Yeah, I never used
I
the
loved
3D on
carrying
my
it everywhere I
3DS.
went, hoping to see that green street pass
Like,
indicator
I know it's
light
there,
up. Knowing
but
that
it
even on the
just looks
most
so
mundane
weird
errands, I had a chance
that
at
I
finding
don't
another
ever
freak
feel the need
for
to
my
actually
plaza.
use it.
Now it's rare to find anyone at all, though. And the only thing I accomplish carrying around my Switch in my pocket is looking like an idiot. I loved Swap Note and Miiverse too, as chaotic as they were. And I have very fond memories of sending messages to my friends about new videos I was working on. While I can still at least have hope of street passing someone, these services are pretty much gone for good. I can still play my 3DS anytime I want, but I have so many bittersweet memories of a different era on the system that we can never go back to.
Before I have to reset
Not to get
again.
too dramatic, of course, but this sets the stage for what was announced in October of 2023. The closure of all online services for games on the 3DS in April of 2024. So, because I love the 3DS so much, I wanted to make a proper send-off for it with no regrets. And what better way to do that than Wonder Trading, where anyone can come as they are, trade out any Pokemon they want, and receive another in return with no negotiations. It's communicating with another player in its purest form, and I wanted to get the community together to pull off the largest Wonder Trade gauntlet I had ever done, obtaining all 807 available Pokemon in Ultra Moon, using only Wonder Trade. This isn't just my story, this is the story of the community that got together to celebrate the 3DS Online
this
officially
video gets quite
one
epic
last
at
time.
times. And there may be a certain cameo later, I don't know.
My name is Matt, but you can call me Absol, and making Pokemon videos is my favorite thing to do.
I'm about to get oiled up. Oh, frick.
I don't
Well,
make
this is where the
videos
oiled
to
up
be the
reference
hardest
comes from, by the
challenges
way,
or anything.
from that
I
first
just
stream I
want to
did.
document the magic of the Pokemon
When
experience.
I watched his
And I
Safari
hope
Week
you see the
video.
magic that the community put into this Ultra Moon Wonder Trade Gauntlet. And if you're new here, good luck figuring out like half the references in this video. I'm so sorry. I'm sure many of you know this isn't my first rodeo with doing this Wonder Trade Dex thing. In 2021, I first started by doing it in Y.
Yeah.
Then in 2022, I did
Yeah,
it
we
again
watched
in
those
Shining
videos.
Pearl. And now, we're gonna take it on in Ultra Moon. And isn't it mildly upsetting how cool the Japanese case is in comparison to the English case? Like, it's all blue and stuff, and just look at the English one. It's just boring and white. And I'm describing the case and not myself, I promise. In order to accomplish this, I need to start by filling my PC boxes as much as I can. I want to keep every Pokemon I get traded, as a keepsake of this journey.
I need this many employees to work at Burger King.
So what do I fill my boxes with to Wonder Trade? How about something that reminds me of Alola in my early days of playing Sun and Moon? And what's more Alolan than Salamence, a 3rd gen Pokemon from Hoenn? But hear me out, this Salamence is special. On Route 3 on Melee Island, in this one little patch of grass, you have a 1% chance of encountering Bagon. And these Bagon have a 1% chance of SOS calling for a low-leveled wild Salamence. I have good memories of my second day playing Sun back in 2016,
No
where I
Game
spent
Shark, no
almost
cheating,
7
no scope.
hours just looking for one of these. I should have seen this as a red flag for collecting these in mass quantities to be Wonder Traded, but I didn't care,
Oh,
and I just kept going for it because I
Genghis
thought it was cool.
Yay!
And since I was SOSing, I also found
Throwing
a
the
couple green
ball.
guys.
Wouldn't it be like really wild right now if
Oh,
something I'm
Rotary.
gathering
Oh, no,
for
it
the
ran.
Wonder Trade
Oh.
Gauntlet happened right now on
No
stream?
Genghis for me.
And I don't tell y'all about it, but I film it for the video.
But unfortunately,
should've thrown
between
some
work
bait
and
at
some
it, I
other
think.
projects like the Indigo Disc movie, things
think I need
got
to
really
throw
busy
bait.
for me.
I can
And I
just
needed to
call
do
when
an
I find
SOS
them.
call myself
Oh my
for some
God,
help the
Kangaskhan.
Alolan way. Tag Team GX
Again.
style. And my good friend Kotatsu
Now we can
volunteered
test
to
out the
help.
strategy.
She found a couple kind of weird looking
eating, it is
Salamence
staying,
that she
I'm
traded to
throwing
me
the
for the
ball.
project.
That's a shiny Salamence, guys.
I
Oh my
missed.
gosh.
And might have even encountered Calzone.
Wait, what did you say was at
I
Stella's
missed.
again? It was pizzas and what was the second one?
I missed.
Even with our tag team
Then I
GX
fired.
efforts, though,
Then I missed.
didn't
Then he
even
ran.
have a whole box of these guys. So let's go fill our boxes with something else that reminds me of Alola but isn't quite Alolan. We're going back to Gen 1.
No Genghis
Since
Khan
Sun
for
and
me.
Moon were the first games to add
Gonna have
support
to
for the
hope I get
Game Boy
another
Mark
one soon.
Pokemon transferred up from the Virtual Console games. And I thought I'd do something pretty cool too. The Pokemon that appear with the good old missing no glitch off the coast of Cinnabar are dependent on what you name your trainer. And using a calculator online, I was able to start a new save file with some very specific Pokemon spawning in. Ponyta, because of all the horse lore in my stream.
Horses.
Oddish, because of all the Calzone lore in my stream. And Mewtwo, because it's Mewtwo. Setting all this up and going for these neat Game Boy Mark Pokemon was really cool, but Maybe
Yeah, I'm hoping to
not
get a
the
shiny
fastest
here
thing
that
I
it's
could have
also
been
a
doing
half the
compared to
Game Boy
just
mark when
hatching
I-
eggs. Maybe I was
when I
flying a
transfer it
little
up.
bit too close to the Pokemon
That would just
Sun
be really
and putting the
cool.
game cart before the Mudsdale. Cool stuff could wait. Because it was March 17th when I started this. We only had 3 weeks before the 3DS Online was shut down forever. And I was starting to feel the weight of the number of Pokemon I'd have to trade in that short period of time. I was catching Pokemon as fast as I could. Even using duped Master Balls from the Missing No glitch to catch these glitchy guys. And though they're at impossibly
Rhyhorn.
high levels, we can
Second
immediately
Rhyhorn.
fix that by just getting each Pokemon into one battle.
Level 100. The pinnacle of power for a Pokemon.
Then we move everything into Box 1, and it can go into Pokemon Bank, and then into our Alola game. That is, if we had an Alola game set
Yeah,
up,
now
I
it's
needed to
trying
break
to
out a
sync it.
copy of Ultra Moon and start a new file and choose a starter. It was March 20th, by the way.
Which of these guys am I choosing? I'm gonna choose Poplio. This is my bathroom.
I also had to play through about 40 minutes of story stuff to actually unlock the ability to Wonder Trade. And during this intro, there's a little cutscene where the sky goes dark that I had forgotten about. And the cause of this was something that felt too good to be a coincidence, with an upcoming cosmic event.
Solar eclipse. What date is the
Oh, my
3DS
box is
Wi-Fi
full.
shut down?
I can't catch any
Oh
more
my
Pokemon
gosh.
in the Safari Zone because
my
my box is full. I have to go change
Yes,
boxes.
the 3DS shutdown is the same
Oh, the
day
wonders
as a
of Gen
real-life
1.
solar eclipse. There is
All these
seriously
potential
not a
shinies
better
I'm not
game I could be
catching
playing in this moment.
because my box
I was
is
almost
full.
ready to start
Oh,
trading,
no.
but I had a few more final steps, like setting up my profile.
I like firefighters.
Then I resurrected my good old chat bot so everyone could hit Wonder Trade and stream at the same
Am I going
time.
the right way?
Set up the good old
I'm not
trusty
going the right
dex
way.
tracker I've used for the previous 2 Wonder Trade gauntlets. Admittedly, pessimistically starting with just the Alola dex and not the entire national dex of all 807 Pokemon,
There
and
we go,
transferred
now
in the
I'm
rest
going
of
the
my
right
Gen 1 guys. After a few more days of prep, we were ready to go.
March 23rd. It is Princess Peach showtime right
Box
now.
change
I'm
time.
gonna
Yeah,
get
gotta
home,
change them
and we're gonna
boxes.
start Wonder Trading in Ultra Moon.
So let's do our first Alolan Wonder Trade right now. Someone's gonna get Lizzie McGuire. Day 1, I was so excited to figure out what story was gonna be told through what I got traded. Bangus! The keys to Burger King! I can go! First Wonder Trade stream and I can already go to Burger King. Let's go walk right now.
I need this many employees to work at Burger King.
Oh, we have Five Nights at Freddy's 3 from Washington, not 2 on GJ. I'm not even sure what that means. Oh, that's our first shiny. Jerry! I love Jerry. We go from Jerry into Barry? This is crazy. Next we're gonna get like Terry and then Larry. This is a big trade. Gremlin from the Nova League. He jumped through the void to get here. Oh, that's
Yeah,
a shiny
Gremlin,
Goldeen
who
too.
doesn't allow
People had
for
come prepared
raids,
with their own
apparently, during
interesting,
Safari
funny
Week.
little bits or Pokemon, where even just one nickname could spin the entire narrative of the video. Goopenheimer! That's the rawest Kameo name ever. My life is nothing more than just a
name.
bunch of sand. And
The
believe
name
me,
which will
there was a
change
Pokemon that
history.
changed everything on day 1. I found some toilets on the side of the road. It was so cool. And it wasn't any of these yet. Hashtag cancelfish Jack. When is that guy getting canceled? Arcanine, it's a windy. I got a really comfy Arcanine sweater from the Pokemon Center. I know.
Oh, dude.
This Arcanine knows.
Well, clearly it knows about it already, but check it out.
The Pokemon is one I had only ever heard
Alright, once I'm
about
out
in
of
chat
the
from
Safari Zone
people.
over in yellow,
A
I gotta
Chinchino named Oiled Up.
make sure
Oh,
I
am I about to
focus
get
on
oiled up?
getting to
Am
the
I about
right
to get
location.
oiled up right now? Or is this Chinchino named
Pokemon
something
Center.
different?
I might have to actually
Okay, this
pick
was
it up.
Scribble, okay.
Aw, first
Little did
Nidorino and I
know
can't
that my
catch
fear
it.
of getting oiled up would start a movement. I love everyone just being like, I got oiled up! Do I have an Absol hat? No. No, I do not. I'm scared of getting oiled up. I feel like it's gonna happen to me today. I've never gotten oiled up before.
That
Honestly, a lot happened before I really got oiled up. Like my first mythical, Slurb Numb the Panpour. Jump around.
Alright, leaving
It was
early.
actually a pretty
Yeah,
eventful
'cause I
day
gotta-
1, with lots of accidental sensory
I'm
overloads.
gonna
That's a shiny
real quick.
Thunderous. I know you can't see it because
Just
of
take
all the
care of
horses
this.
and cows, but we're getting a shiny
because there's no
Thundurus
running
right
shoes in
now.
Gen 1.
You
So
will
it's
want to
very-
miss this.
Oh, we got a Conkeldurr.
Very slow
Derwin,
back to
let's
the
go,
Pokemon
the best
Center.
Animal Crossing villager. Oh, hi. Over Christmas, there was one day when I was really trying to do my best, like, 3 face, you know, like,
8:3. I looked up a
Hydration check,
tutorial on
thank
how
you,
to do it.
Dopey.
It's so
Thank
bad.
you. Yeah, let me get to the Pokemon Center and then I'll go grab the water.
That hurt my
And I'm just gonna leave
lips
this
to
Pokemon on
do.
the hook over here. I'll leave everyone in suspense over whether that's a shiny or not.
Shiny Stella Stela. Young Sheldon. He looks a lot different from how he looks on TV. Hatsune
Alright, I'm in the
Milku.
Pokemon
I also
Center.
got
It's time
the
to
3
change
legendary
box.
birds of Kanto.
Final Fantasy 14 trial. Bogo's Binted.
But nothing could have prepared me for how quickly the oiling happened, to the point where this Kamao betrayed my trust.
Is this another Gloopenheimer? Is this another Gloopenheimer? Oiled up in 4D? Did I just get oiled up in the 4th dimension right now?
There
This
we
is
go.
crazy.
Box is safe.
I'm like... I don't even know how to
Now I'm
respond.
gonna go get that hydration check.
That's like across time.
Time to go
The
get
shape
that
of this
hydration
gauntlet
check.
was changed forever in a
My
way
cat
that
is
surprised
underneath
me.
my chair right now,
Everyone was
so
so quick
have to be
start
careful not to
collecting
step on
Pokemon
him
with oil in their
as I go to
name.
get water.
Oil. The official Sun and Moon Wonder Trade servers would never see an oil-free day again.
We got Matt from England who likes punk girls. I got oiled left. I've been in every dimension now and also left.
Terrifying rumors began to spread of someone named the Oiler.
I'm scared seeing stuff in the chat right now that there's someone named the Oiler now.
And since
What
there's a
scares me
camera,
most
you
is
can
that
see the
that file
hydration
was
check.
most likely created over the course of this
got
stream
water.
specifically for this purpose. I don't feel safe. Shiny Rayquaza.
While they're open.
Oh, Rayquaza!
It wouldn't be long before I faced my fears.
Trying to get the Holo Loladex. I'm at 79 obtained so far, and it's just day 1 right now.
I
The
haven't had the
Oiler.
chance to try
It's
it
the
out
Oiler.
with anyone yet, so I don't
Oh,
know if I
no.
actually like it.
I'm not
To be
safe.
completely fair.
I need to get into a position to run. Oh my gosh. It is a shiny Groudon? Oiled at home? I was oiled in 4D.
Those aren't the facts.
I was oiled left.
Those aren't the facts.
And now I'm oiled at my own home.
I ended the day after
Oh,
167
he got oiled.
trades, with 84 in the Alola Dex, and even more in the National Dex, which I wasn't
Alright,
tracking
now that I've
yet.
changed the box, I gotta
Then
go back to
needed
the
to
Safari
collect more
Zone.
Pokemon,
Let's go ahead and do that.
and I needed to do it fast, so I wasn't going back to Gen 1 or going for any more Salamence. I was just going to be running in circles on my Tauros, hatching some eggs. And what better to trade out in Sun and Moon than literal Sun and Moon Pokemon, starting with Lunatone. I hatched a few boxes of these. And I also remembered that I had a
There we
big
go.
reserve of Pokemon
Using
built up in
HMs
my
is such a
Pokemon
hassle
Bank from the
in Gen 1
Cosmog
because it
Gauntlet I
doesn't
did
do
in
it automatically. You have to
2017.
go into the Pokemon
So I had plenty of
menu and
extra
actually click
Pokemon if I ran out while
the
streaming.
thing.
Day 2.
Alright, now we're back at the.
I got myself a moon.
So theoretically,
That was like the worst imitation of the Mario Odyssey moon thing ever.
what, Dopey?
Oil be gone. I'm protected from oil today.
Except I wasn't. There were so many oil Pokemon.
Oiled forward. We have entered the Z-axis.
We got a visit from the Ghost of Wonder
no
Trade
shiny.
Past, Chungus Jr. the Gulpin, the Matt who likes punk girls, once again oiled me up. I received countless oil Pokemon,
That is oil. 10W40. Oh my gosh.
and lots of other really cool little guys.
Ground pound.
As you can probably already tell, a lot of these Pokemon tell stories that people remember for years. Like Lunatone with hands. It's a
Dratini?
wonder what
Not shiny.
legendary stories Wonder Trade
Oh,
will
not
tell.
shiny Dratini.
Hold on. I'm about to be Mario. It's a me. That's a shiny star, you. I'll be invincible. And I'll destroy everyone.
I would probably have to end
I also
stream.
received a life-changing Sandshrew.
I would probably have
Mike
to end stream
Ermintrot?
if we're taking it to that
I would play
much
this
of an
Walta
extreme.
video on loop for the rest of this entire Wonder Trade Gauntlet in the background. All that silly stuff aside, though, I was kind of worried that I was working towards a goal that was actually impossible. Because there are certain species of Pokemon that can't be Wonder Traded. Now, it's not as restrictive as the modern games, where you can't Wonder Trade any legendaries or mythicals at all, but if a Pokemon has an event ribbon, it's not allowed to go across the Wonder Trade servers. This is old news, though, because when I did this in X and Y, some people through not normal means
Not
were able
normal
to
means,
remove these
aka
ribbons and still Wonder
hacking.
Trade them. Where things get really difficult, though, are with the Ultra Sun and
Not
Ultra Moon
entirely a
exclusive
fantasy,
Pokemon.
but-
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon have Pokemon that literally don't exist in the data for Sun and Moon. In order for these games to be compatible with each other over Wonder Trade, the new Pokemon added in the Ultra games can't be selected for trade. So I wondered if I would get them at all. But then, suddenly, I got one.
Poipole? Poipole? That's not even possible. The Poiler. It's not even possible.
A hacky way to trade them was found. And as a result, people on the original Sun and Moon got these weird glitch Pokemon, but if you connect to Pokemon Bank, you can easily get them off your file. Now let's get back to some of the silly stuff.
Boy Kisser. Choo.
The
That's
boy
a kiss
kissing.
right there. There's a Cinchi.
Oh, he got me in Wonder Trade?
Oh no.
Just teasing.
Oh,
with
no.
Tauros. Got a Tauros over
Oh
here.
no.
That's pretty cool.
I can't believe I got the original oiled up.
Let's see
The
if I can
Oiler.
catch it. It's actually a pretty rare encounter.
My essential oils. Oiled alive.
Alright, staying.
That's a
it's
fate
eating,
worse than death.
throwing the ball.
The U.S. military.
I missed.
Of course, it's because of all the oil
I
here,
fired.
right? They were sent
Then I
after
missed.
it.
And then I fired again.
Mega Charizard.
I missed it again.
Oh my gosh, it's a
fired.
Mega Charizard.
And then
It
I
was
missed.
another wonderful day of Wonder Trades, with lots of difficult to obtain Pokemon,
I missed
and my
again.
first trade evolution. The Alola Dex was at 150
I missed
Pokemon
both
now.
times.
It was only up from here, like getting oiled
Missed
up
again.
in the Alola region.
I missed. And it ran.
So I traded out a lot of moons today, but we can't forget about the sun. Next
That's
we'll be
such a
hatching some
bullshit
Solrock.
mechanic. I can
But
see
more
why they
importantly
changed
than
it
that, I
when
found
they did.
a brand new
Safari
Mountain Dew
Zone
flavor
later.
today at the gas
And also
station.
when
So let's
catching
review it.
for,
Mountain
I think
Dew,
you can
Point
miss
Break,
regular Pokemon
Punch.
as well outside of
I
the
think this is
Safari
at least
Zone.
the third time they've given us a
And that's
Baja
just such
Punch flavor. And they keep
stupid-
expecting
stupid.
us to keep buying it, and I do. Because I'm stupid.
Because it's just a waste of a Pokeball.
Oh, this is good. This is like the kind of fruit punch that they would serve at like
Said I swear?
a
Of
wedding
course I
reception.
fucking swear.
Gets a
Of course
thumbs
I
up for
fucking
me.
swear, my
Now let's
guy.
have some Solrock. I used a Solrock from the X and Y Wonder Trade Gauntlet.
What, have you never
as the
heard me
parent
swear
for
before?
This. And it was caught in the fastball, which I thought was really awesome color coordination, and I was surprised why more
whoops.
people didn't do it.
Didn't mean to do
And the
that.
reason is, it's illegal. But I didn't know. Apparently X and Y Wonder Trade was more lenient, and I embarrassingly found out on stream. Tonight, this layout will have every single Pokemon I received through Wonder Trade on it. Whether my poor little laptop that is falling apart likes it or not. I traded my last few Lunatone, and then when I got to my Solrock, I noticed an immediate
Where's our
problem.
hot and cute?
There's a problem with this
Damn.
Pokemon.
Looking further into things, Solrock wasn't available
I am a man
in a
of many
fastball
talents, it
until Sword and
seems.
Shield.
Eduardo, you've led me astray.
This ball combination would have been legal if Solrock and Lunatone were available in the wild in Sun and Moon, which they aren't, which is really funny. So I put them in Pokeballs, somehow. And then the trading began for the night. Moral dilemma
Yeah,
aside,
somehow, quote unquote.
adding all the Pokemon to the layout as I got it was really fun. Because people were making lots of interesting custom images. And some people were even going out of their way to make them without even knowing if I'd actually get their Pokemon or not.
Hamburger. Perfect.
Of course, there
Oh,
was
the
still no
lag from the
shortage of
camera.
oil Pokemon
The
being
lag from the
received.
camera.
This would be a
It'll
constant for
catch
the
up
rest
soon,
of the
though.
gauntlet.
No
but-
shinies.
What does that even mean?
No shinies.
That's oiled up backwards. That's oiled up backwards. It's a Pikachu.
There we go.
It was an
It's
eventful
caught up.
night with some monumental trades. And also some rabies allegations.
That's it! That's it! Oh, there's Kotatsu. This is crazy. I'm about to get a Miho. That's a fresh Miho. Miho.
Fresh Miho.
The Oiler. Oh no. It's a well-versed Lugia. It's biblically accurate Lugia. It's an oiling reference. It's an oil verse.
Oil.
Rabid Jack. Are we canceling Skyfish Jack because he's got rabies?
What I said here was actually kind of harmful to Skyfish Jack's image, so I allowed him to send in a response.
I don't have rabies. I know it might seem like I do, but I promise you that I have not, never have, and never will have rabies. This is very serious. I'm a little hurt by it, actually. And so just to prove that I don't have rabies, I'm gonna drink this water on the camera. I'm gonna take a sip. I'm
Take a
gonna
sip
have
of water?
just a
I'll
little
take a
bit
sip
of
of water
water,
too.
just maybe.
In solidarity
And
with
that'll
Skyfish
prove
Jack
once for all
and his
that I don't
non-rabies
have
self.
rabies. And yeah, let's go. Let's do it right now. I'm gonna do it right now.
For some reason, the message cut off before he even took a sip.
Oh, whoopsies.
The oiler?
I've
The
seen this
oiler
video before. I know
again?
what's happening.
Miho, protect me. Miho, protect me. Oiled inside? Fam, I peed. I can think of no better person to receive this than spaghetti from Australia. Lettuce. That's a common ingredient in spaghetti if you're crazy. Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast! Tory Lanez. Yeah, that's a lunatone
King
right
is gone.
There were also people sending
Redemption
out
at the
totem-sized
King is gone.
Pokemon.
I think I'm just
and
gonna throw
speaking
a
of
Pokeball.
size,
I only
the
have
layout
10
was
left.
beginning to get too big and take up too much space,
Okay,
so I decided to end
miss.
stream.
Oh, nope.
And as usual, I end
Oh,
stream listening
it
to the
ran
Kids Bop
away.
version of Bring Me to Life by Evanescence, where at the end of the song, for some reason, the guy screams
Kangaskhan
"Ruff,"
is such a hard
and
Pokemon
I
to
managed to get a
catch.
perfectly timed trade during it. That's you, Such a Lem, let's go. Shiny Rockruff, with even a POV from Such a Lem who sent me the Pokemon.
I got it. He's gonna get rough.
Rough! Dude, that's such a perfect Anthem shiny, too! Now we're over halfway there to the 403 we need in the Alola Dex. The next day
See,
I
I
decided
think
I'd
Kangaskhan I
multitask
do
with a
need the
project that I've been
Trophy,
working on for
because it
almost a
just
year.
doesn't like to
My
stay.
Professor Oak challenge in Silver.
But I also don't know
Tapu
if the bait will
Koko,
work
let's
against
go.
it.
Oh, that's Tapu Bulu. It's been a long day, y'all. I had to go to the office today. Chicken!
Chicken.
Chicken. Are you a chicken? Is this a chicken?
I'm here on the scene.
Alright. March Madness bracket reveal. Basketball. Dang, that's front-facing Natu. That's staring me down
Oh,
directly.
Scyther!
It knows what I've done.
Ooh.
And there's a shiny
I'm almost out of
Cantonian
balls, though. I'm
Electabuzz.
almost out of balls.
Executor.
Let's see if I can catch this
Did I
Scyther
almost
over here.
really say
I think it's kind of
Electabuzz?
is precious. It is
I
kind
think
of
I
precious.
need brain surgery.
I
It wasn't a
don't
super
understand
long
how it's
stream, but I
born
made
with
some
the
good
baby,
dex
but they
progress.
weren't thinking about.
And I added a counter
Pokemon
for the
eggs
number
and
of times I
breeding in Gen
received
1.
oil-related Pokemon.
They were
I
just
also made
thinking
a major
about
oil breakthrough in
different monster
having to
designs
actually
and
add
how
more
it
oil
could
to my
work
car.
with the
But the next day, I wouldn't be
lore,
using
I
my
guess?
car, and I'd be trading it for some
Oh,
horsepower.
Scyther ran.
Horses are back for
It
a
ran
limited
away.
time. And let's celebrate the world's
It
first
ran
ever
away.
Horse Wednesday.
Thanks to a benevolent horse angel from above, I had 3 horse games to try for the very first time on stream while Wonder Trading. Here's how it went, starting with Championship Pony.
I do want there
This is
to be
majestic.
like a Kangaskhan.
This is a 3-day event that I
like
want to get
split
dressed up
evolution
for. This is
later on.
awesome.
Or,
I
like,
decided
there's
to
a
see
female
what save file
Kangaskhan
was
and
on
a
here
male
already,
Kangaskhan.
and this is what I got.
And then
Who
you,
is
when you
this
breed them
man?
together, you get the baby.
That's our
Kangaskhan.
horse, guys.
Like I want that
we
to be
have
a thing.
3D horse.
Like it's
the previous
very
owner's
surprising
name
they
was
haven't
kinda
done
strange,
that yet.
and I couldn't figure out what the angle was
Like
on
why
it.
have they not done that
Time in
yet?
this game passed literally
The
twice
idea
as
is literally
fast as
right
real
there,
time.
gift wrapped
We
for
were on
them.
horse time,
And yet,
Tammy Che's horse
they
was Winnie
refuse.
DCE.
They
it
refuse
was a
to take
fantastic,
part.
marvelous, weird 3D world to explore. And this guy sucks. I do not feel good
I'm
with
almost
this
out of
guy's
Pokeballs
words
over
of
here.
encouragement.
Almost out of
When you have
volleyballs
several
over in Gen 1.
horses-
Last one.
And oh no, it's the oiler. Mystery oil. This looks like a freaking blingy right now.
Ah.
There we go. We have
I
officially
cannot
made a
catch the
blingy now.
executes.
Eventually, I was able to afford a horse, and I figured out where Winnie DCE got its name. Alright, Bog. I hope you picked a good name. Wait, Winnie is the default name!
Alright, time to save
so
the
you can
game.
figure out how to delete the previous character.
Gotta save after every game
I'm
so that I
assuming
can
Tammy
save
is the
my
default name
progress
too. Oil-chan.
with a different Pokemon
Okay,
I
that's
have.
the name of this horse. Perfect.
And when I was checking the box
listen to
earlier, I
Oil-chan
think this
speak
used to be
for a
like a
second. Hold on.
Nuzlocke box. Because I had a bunch of Pokemon in other boxes that had random names.
Oil-chan. Look at this shopkeeper.
I'll have to like check out this
Alright,
Pokemon
enough of this
later to
horse
see
game.
what
We're
they
gonna
actually
pivot
are.
into another one right now. Let's ride.
Because I have no
this
idea.
menu's got like some
It's
really
been forever
diverse
since I
looking
last
people,
touched
isn't
that
it?
game.
It looks like they're in multiple different art styles. That guy kind
Since
of
I
does
last
have
touched
Peter
this
Griffin's
game.
body. Hold on. Walter, let's go. Shout out to Ryan Reynolds. I'm not convinced that this game is real. Hold on, I love the extreme zoom in it does. Look at this. Why am I making parking spaces? Is this Roller Coaster Tycoon? I have to go to the office? I thought I could get away from the office doing this. There's Peter Griffin! We can take a pregnancy test! What is going on? The horse's heart is broken! Zora is not pregnant at the moment.
Let's have him diagnose this horse. I'm curious what's going on with it. This is a really detailed description of influenza. This thing's
Older
got the
games
horse
went
flu.
crazy.
Type Noil. Oh my gosh. This simulator is actually wild. This might be one of the hardest Game Boy
ad
Advance
break.
games.
I was already getting traded references
Yeah,
to these
break
horse
will get-
games,
Oh,
and we still had
Dratini?
one more horse
Not
game
a
to go.
shiny.
I got
Not a
Spirit.
shiny
How
Dratini.
about you?
This one was
Damn.
actually a pretty solid
That would
adventure
have been
game
a crazy
that took
time
up
to get the
way
shiny
too much
Dratini when
attention
it was
for it
an
to
ad
be a
break.
Wonder Trade game.
Fish
That would have
Matt,
been a
that's
crazy
me.
time.
Oh, there's Matt who likes punk girls. Cosmog. There's Nebby. Cosmoiled up, of course. Doug Flutie. Get Orberg. Final trade of the night. We got 270 in the decks now,
Welcome
y'all.
back from the
Not
ads.
bad.
Welcome back
Miho
from the ads.
the Hobbit. Later, gamers.
Exhausted from these equine games, I decided to take a break the next day after transferring up this Safari Ball Oddish.
It's a brand new day. Got some wonder trades to do.
It's Calzone.
And it's me, Calzone. Hatching some Addish
From the
right
Hoenn
now.
Zone.
About to send them out into
The
the world
Hoenn
over
Safari
this wonderful
Zone.
trade service.
Look, Calzone, I'm doing Safari
H.
Week. I'm
Matt
in the
hired
Kanto
me as a
Zone.
substitute today.
I'm
I'm
the
not
Johto
exactly sure
Zone.
why, considering he has this plush right here.
Oh,
Okay,
Genghis
hatch
Khan.
an Addish
Genghis
real
Khan in
quick.
Gen
Hold on.
1.
The miracle of birth. And unto us
All right.
a new Addish
Fate.
is born.
You get
And I
to
got
stay.
to watch that happen at least 90 times. Life is amazing,
And now,
isn't it?
Look,
I
the
got a
Addish
bunch of
birth
balls to
video
throw
is
at it.
even trending. That's beautiful.
I
I
missed.
started out the stream hiding under Matt's desk, waiting to make
I
a
missed
surprise
again.
appearance to the chat.
I missed the
I'm
third
here
time.
on the scene.
I missed
Get
again.
out of here.
And it ran
I
away.
need my cheer.
Navy
Hashtag
bait
horse
isn't
and
the
cow.
strategy.
Lil Oiler.
No shiny Dratini.
Got
Imagine
an
if it
episode
was
of
shiny and
Fairly
I was
Odd
too
Parents
distracted by
on.
the Genghis Khan.
Feel free to enjoy.
Imagine if it was
Someone's
shiny.
getting the Calzone social security number right now. This is crazy.
Yep.
Oh, I got
fired,
slumped.
then I missed.
Randy.
I missed so
Pickles.
many
Alright,
times.
are we getting Gorbis or Huntail?
Honestly,
My
getting
guess
a
is
Genghis
Huntail.
Khan in Gen
Dang it.
1 will probably
Dang
be
it,
the
it was
highlight of this
Gorbis.
week if I don't get a shiny. Like, that's probably how it's gonna be.
And there's Huntail.
If I don't end up getting
Redemption.
a shiny, getting a
Mr.
Genghis
Clam.
Khan would be more than enough.
Don't need any more legendaries. Tapu Lele. And there, right as I was saying it, never mind. I don't need Tapu Lele again. Tapu Punk Girl. The Oiler. Oh no, not the Oiler. Matt Brandoyle.
Thank you, Topo.
Dog
Thank
man.
you.
That's Matt as a dog. Silicobra. Sup, Rise? How's it going, Rise? What's up? Stack Attacka. Stinky
I'm getting a lot of
Dinky.
Cubone
Cube with
Zerorands,
legs.
though. That's
Oil
good.
overload.
I think I already
Let me
have
do some kicks for Cyrena real quick. Hold on.
Cubone and Marowak as shinies. So I mainly want shinies with the Nidoran line.
You should be
very afraid.
Mario Party 7 for the Nintendo GameCube, coming with the microphone attachment that plugs into the GameCube memory
Oh,
card
it ran.
slot. Evil Calzone! Oh no. Oddish, take the wheel. I need you to use Protected this turn right now.
A
Oh, right one
terrifying
in
new
Gen 1.
meta began where people started sending me Pokemon nicknamed YouTube
I don't
links.
think I actually have a
I
red
also
one.
received an
Or do
oiled
I?
up Chinchino from the person who actually
I
made
think
it.
I
Please
might.
forgive my swears.
But I don't know.
I'm about to get oiled up. Oh,
I
frick.
have to check.
Oh, crud. Oh,
Oh,
flip.
I didn't mean to throw a ball over there.
Oh, frickin'
That's not what I meant
flippin'
to do.
crud.
I also got the last
Okay, good, it
Ultra Sun
broke
Ultra Moon
free.
exclusive, so we stopped
It broke
polluting the
free, I didn't
servers with
accidentally-
glitched
I didn't
Bulbasaurs for the Sun
accidentally
and
catch
Moon
sneaking.
players. With 319 in the decks
I
at
am
the end
short
of the
one
night, I'd say
Safari
my
Ball,
work
though.
here was
That-
done, so
I
I
hope
let
it
Matt
doesn't
come
bite
back.
me in the butt later.
He's back.
Hope it
Who's
doesn't
back?
bite me in the ass.
Am I back?
After this stream, I couldn't decide what I wanted to Wonder Trade next.
Oh,
so I put
Rhyhorn
all
ran.
354 hatchable Pokemon on a wheel and spun it 354 times until only one Pokemon remained. This took 30 minutes that I could have spent hatching eggs.
There we go.
It's Joltik. We're hatching Joltik, baby.
It was around this time that I realized that I was just showing my side of things, when really there was a whole community gathering Pokemon just
What is
like
this?
this. So I encourage
Let's
people to
see,
send in
what-
pictures or
what's the
videos of
time
what they were
for
doing.
this?
Lots of people
Okay,
were
we're
even
about
finding random
halfway
shinies.
through this
It was
video
so
right
cool
now,
to see
about
these
halfway
screens
through,
from the
about
other
40 minutes
side,
left.
seeing full boxes and dedication to one single Pokemon to help me reach this goal. And I also loved all the interesting and aesthetic setup pictures that people sent me. Like Sagittar, who filmed a 3DS through a 3DS with a Xenoblade shrine behind it. Some people even left me with profound voice messages, like the Matt who likes punk girls.
I like punk girls. I like punk girls. I like punk girls. I like punk.
Whether
Very
people were
profound.
hatching eggs at home, doing some crazy multitasking, watching some good anime, it was so cool to see what everyone was up to. Like how the Gremlin went back in time.
Now, let's travel back in time, way back in time, to the fantastic past of the primeval world, land of the dinosaurs.
And then they all died.
Thank you for letting me get a glimpse into y'all's lives.
Just walking out here. I don't know if you can see those birds, but hatching some Passimian eggs. It's a
Got the
good day.
execute.
There's also so much oil, like an ominous message from the actual oiler. There was even a 3DS whose screen looked oiled. Some people even went to the Waffle House region, and I even saw some trainers get dripped out.
Hey Absol, you've caught me getting Pokemon to Wonder Trade to you while wearing my official Pokemon Z Power Ring.
It was a massive effort of worldwide proportions, and I had no idea just how connected we were in this moment, and the lengths that people would go to for it as well. Canned wolf meat was literally mining Carbink in Minecraft. People watched the Dex tracker every single day looking for what Pokemon I needed, and went out of their way to catch them. Dolph the Blue blasted Orberg City in every clip I was sent. And Kotatsu and Unova hatched Mihos. These Totodile that were part of a story, a legend that is yet to be told.
I think it still hasn't been told. But I'm guessing the legend is still
Yeah.
unfolding.
I received so many pictures and videos that I can't touch on all of them here right now. We'll get to the rest of these later, including a couple longer
I'll have to,
videos some
check.
people committed to. After hatching plenty of Joltik while the world prepared, I sent an unlikely hero to Wonder Trade during the next stream. N. I'm the king of Team Plasma. Let's get ready to do this.
I am the king of Team Plasma.
It's pretty hype
These
for
trades
only
were the
halfway
fruits
through
of
the
our
video.
labor, and behind
guess it's
every
the
trade
midpoint?
was a trainer with another story. Except for when it was a bot, which also still kinda had a story. This was my first trade bot in over 800 trades this whole time. The Alola Dex was looking closer and closer to completion by the end of the night.
Take good care of toes.
Shiny Noctowl. Noctoil. Oh no, we got oiled again.
Well, I'm almost out of balls over in yellow.
Thanks to N watching over
Gonna
the
have to save
stream,
the game
I was
again.
able to
And
prepare
reset.
for a ceremony
Oh, my
that
3DS
happens
over in
every
the center
Wonder
is
Trade
dying.
Gauntlet.
Oh.
Thanks to a
Oh,
song
dear.
I discovered
Okay.
during the first Wonder Trade Gauntlet.
It's just in the red though, it's not blinking.
Today I'm gonna be the king of burgers. And I gotta wear my kingly
I'm-
cape.
So
The
yeah, it
whole
won't get
2-mile
it won't be
walk
an
there.
issue
I'm gonna look
unless
so
I run into a
dumb.
shiny, but if that's
I'm
the
gonna get
case, then
so
I'll just
many
plug it
crazy
into
looks. This is gonna be
a charger.
an
And of course
adventure.
things are lagging right now.
I'm going to read you something from the ancient texts.
Wrong button.
I walked
Wrong
to Burger
button
King.
over in fire
Then I
red.
walk back home from Burger King, and we also do some
Whoopsie
Wonder Trades
whoopsies.
at Burger King. Now take it away, Miku.
Okay, the lag is undone.
Beautiful skies. We got an ultra sun up there. I don't see the ultra moon right now, but I'm sure it's out there somewhere.
I walked to Burger King, then I walked back home from Burger King.
The callback.
Burger King, then I walked back home from Burger King.
I have somehow found something from the hollowed ground. Strawberry jam.
I walked to Burger King, then
I found a ripped card.
Over here.
Dang,
Gonna work,
this really is
too.
a damage pump right here, man.
home from Burger King.
No pa aleo.
I walked
And
back
last
home,
Pokeball.
I walked back home.
Guess what generation we're Wonder Trading in? 7.
I walked back home.
Yay, I caught the right horn.
Then I walked back home from Burger King.
There we go. And that's the end of that game. Oh! Okay, this one is flashing actually. I'm gonna have to... Oh, actually that's good timing. I'm gonna go ahead and real quick get it so I can save this game. And then I'll switch over to the other 3DS.
Eventually, I walked back home from Burger King. After some successful Wonder Trades there on my mobile hotspot, And I prepared more Joltik for some more Wonder Trades, discovering something I had never seen before in the process.
Alright, saving the game
To
over
top
here.
the Pokemon, it
Oh,
goes
build
back to the
muscle
default
too.
name. What the heck?
I then went live
Oh,
with the
okay,
goal
let me
of finishing
go
the
ahead and
Alola
get
deck,
this
and that's what the
charging,
people
and I'll
delivered
grab
on.
the-
And I got a YouTube URL Pokemon that led to a Bald Men compilation.
Lycan Rock. Let's go.
Things built
I'll
up
grab
to the
the
1000th trade,
weights
which was a
at the same
Mr.
time.
Mime telling me to play Pikmin 4.
I walk back home, I walk back home.
It blows my mind that squirm, squirm, clap, clap, clap is the default thing to
Alright,
say in this
there's
game.
that.
Is everyone in Alola just kind of like
Alright, I'm gonna
by default?
close this out.
And that's an Azelf.
The final Pokemon of the regional decks was Mandibuzz.
Oh, we got Matt who likes punk girls. We might just get a punk girl
I'm just
Mandibuzz
gonna
right now.
place that there for
Shout out to
now.
Matt who likes punk girls.
As I go
It's named Horse.
to get the
You really did it. You really
weight
did it, pal. You
and the
completed
build the
Alola
muscle.
decks.
With the Alola decks complete, though,
Dopey, do you want
there
me
were
to pause
still
the
so
video
many
while I build the
Pokemon to
muscle?
obtain.
Or
With a
is it
little
okay
over a
if it
week
keeps
remaining,
playing while I build
I
the
had the
muscle?
ambitious goal of completing the entire national decks now.
Shout out to Ryan Reynolds right now. Join us in following Ryan Reynolds right now. Oh no, a bomb! I gotta get out of here.
In the aftermath of the explosion, I checked my national deck's progress in Bank.
This is the only file that's ever connected to Bank on here, so we can see how much of the national decks we've got now. We're at 524.
The Alola games don't actually have
Depends
a
on
national
me.
Pokedex, but they do track your deck's
Eh,
progress. And I realized that I had
think
my
I'll go ahead
work
and
cut
pause
out
it so
for
I
me
can
if I wanted
focus
to
on the weight. Alright. Alright, 20 reps each arm with these weights. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, halfway there, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, it's close, 16, 17, 3 left, okay, 18, 19, last one after this, 20, and 20, oh, that was good. Oh, I'm gonna drink some water real quick before I put these away. Oh, let's see. I think I'll bring this game right there. Yeah, I think that's good. Oh, okay, let me go put these weights away. Oh. Alright. Time to get this game started up on this console. Ooh, and also time to get back into business, because there's like a half hour left in the video. And there's a half hour left of stream. Because I don't know what other stuff to watch after that. Right, I'm gonna have this load up. See, here's this.
Finish this before April 8th. But I also needed a day off, and to give some people time to collect more Pokemon. So on the 31st, I went to the park, and I hatched eggs in what looked like Windows XP. It's the Alola region. was a really
Alright, game is
relaxing and
back up and
thought-provoking day at the park, allowing me to think of the perfect plan to pitch in the board meeting I was having later that
I
night.
think I can set
What if
up
I
the
just go
game
live from like this angle?
like
Just ceiling fan.
Ceiling fan
That
angle? That'd be really
should
funny.
be all
Live ceiling fan reaction.
I did
Or
great,
just, like,
thank you,
had a flush,
Dopey.
like kind of
Ooh.
spinning around.
Yeah, I
up
can
there or
definitely
something.
feel it in my
Take
arms
to
and in my
one of the
muscles.
blades?
That would be
Oh, let's see,
crazy.
I'm not hunting
That'd
for
be ridiculous. Do you
for it
have
in the
like
center
packing
right now,
tape to
so
make
let's
that
take those off
possible?
the
Yes.
layout. Oh.
I think you have to do it.
Okay, Wonder Trade
Alright.
stream tomorrow's gimmick.
Alright,
We
if I
have
get
a
to it.
ceiling fan stream.
You need to do it.
Oh,
to
this one
audit.
is red too.
And I just don't acknowledge it there, and I'm
This
just like,
one-
what's going on?
This
It's
one
like
has a
when
red light
calzone
too.
spies
Oh, this
watching
might
over me the
turn
whole
out to be
stream.
just a
What
fire
a
red
normal,
hunting
easy
stream.
day. Let's get more Wonder Trades done with a normal,
Let's
easy
see.
angle.
This isn't a new camera. This is just a new camera angle. I just
Oh, my
thought like
cat.
this was a better
He's
angle of my
meowing and yawning.
face, because like
Yeah, I think I'm probably
It's
gonna
really
have to
cool.
change this
Hungry
to a fire
box.
red only stream.
It may have been April Fool's Day, but things were
'Cause,
actually pretty serious
the
with these
3DSs
trades.
are
I
kind
streamed
of
for about
on low
4
battery.
hours with this incredible
Kind
ceiling
of,
fan angle, and I completed
dying.
2 very important video side quests. First,
see.
someone, actually with the username Hyrule Skibbity, issued a Delphox warning.
Is that okay,
Where
that's probably
until I
the
received the
best way
Delphox,
to show off
one of the
sprites
boys would be held captive.
in that game.
And trapped him in one of my 7 Delphox hotels.
Alright.
I dare you to find him if you can.
Fire red, yeah.
Thankfully, I received one of the
camera.
Delphox that night,
Camera
and
bit.
Oobleg had been
So it's nice
capturing
and in the
Ultra
center.
Beasts in the name of Calzone,
And I gotta
and naming them
change the game
Calzone
here.
Fan with various numbers after them. I finally brought one home. The game itself also pulled an April Fool's
And
prank
done.
on me.
oh,
we
that's
go.
the first time I've gotten a true communication error.
Alright.
What's it named? Some anthrax. People are trying to attack me now for this. This is ridiculous.
There we go.
I love Badoo.
Now we
I
can
kept
just
getting so
walk
many
in
fun
on
and
getting
amazing
the Dratini
trades
and
with
the
funny
Dragonair.
nicknames that I wish I could go into more details on. But one person
Probably
I really
should
gotta
have like
shout out
fully
is
charged
Mindy
my
from
like,
Snow Point City,
the S's
who
before
managed to
stream.
trade me a Haunter, just like the in-game
But I thought there would
trade
have been enough
that
charge
doesn't
for it to
evolve.
stream, you
I also
know?
decided to show my Fuecoco a Wonder Trade.
Do you think you could take Kyogre in a
Let's
fight?
see, I think I should put this back a bit so it doesn't
Get
like
fished.
fall off. Like the, because this
Did you
is
get
where
fished?
the edge of my desk is, right here.
It's been an excellent night.
It was time to end the fan shenanigans. Alright, we're going into Oddish Overdrive. I'm scared. Whoa! The next morning, I hit a new milestone while hatching eggs. I saw a slug, but I also got my first shiny of this gauntlet. Shiny H!
No
Oh my gosh, Calzone would be so proud.
Alright, now we're really locking in on
Look
trying
at
the
it.
shiny hunts.
But this was actually a pretty serious day with my life on the line. In the Alola region, if you're a YouTuber and you don't make at least 1 tier list a year, a Beware will start chasing you to the ends of the earth. So I needed to take part
Randomly,
in yet
Psyduck
another
had
one of my
decided to
Wonder
appear
Trade
more
traditions, Tier List Tuesday, where I would craft the most important tier lists while Wonder trading.
And then Brute
See, I'm trying
Bonnet.
to figure
It
out
took
a
me
good
so long
placement
to
for my
realize that this
hand
guy's got a tail.
in the shot.
It's almost a horse.
I guess
It's a
right here
mushroom
is good
horse.
because it's not even,
I ranked
it's
every
not really covering the
Neopet,
screen. at
every
all.
Pokemon
So there's
Mighty
that.
Bean.
We got some in a Bean
Oh,
Smoke
Dratini?
here. I still
Not
wonder what
shiny.
crime this Sceptile committed
Not
to
a
have its
shiny
mugshot on this
Dratini.
team.
Objects I could beat in a fight.
If I'm up against
Not
bananas,
shiny.
I don't know if there's a win condition.
Every hour of the day, horses.
KWPN? That sounds like a radio station. This is a radio horse. That's kind of sick. We have Nintendogs Playable Races. That is probably one of the most awkward ways they could have titled this one. Because these are dogs. The poodle is honorable mention. It
stretch
remains
my arm.
unranked.
Stretch
Every
my-
Pokemon with a 501 base stat total. And how many hot dogs each gym leader could eat in a hot dog eating contest.
Now, Silent is a hot dog eating connoisseur. Ramos, the hot dog king. Avery. I think this is another eats one hot dog and dies situation, to be completely honest. Adamant and Irida, they don't know what a hot dog is. Giratina.
Some tier lists had an intense amount of thought, like every Gen 9 shiny, while others were based off vibes, like every Bionicle. And for the finale, I ranked cooking oils and gave my up-to-date Mountain Dew tier list. Then I traded out my shiny Oddish. By the end of the night, we had gotten 60 more in the National Dex.
April 3rd, 2024. Gonna do something sneaky today. I've added on a second game. Let's see if I can Wonder Trade with myself.
The plot twist.
I had my second DS going, but I never actually traded with myself. Instead, I convinced a lot of chat that there was a fake Matt Absol going around trading
screen up
things,
in the stream
which
is,
actually
like,
did spawn
lighter
in
than the
some
actual,
extra
like,
fake
game
Matt
screen down
Absol
here. So I have
accounts, which
to
you'll see plenty more from
watch
later.
more down
I looked at
here
how
than
many
actually
important
paying
Pokemon I was
attention
getting
up
for this,
there.
and I couldn't help but
And if
feel
camera
like
would focus,
a
I
little
would appreciate
selfish
that.
for shaping Wonder Trade in this game to be almost exclusively Pokemon that I myself need for the National Dex. But then I remember that everyone on Wonder Trade is getting these Pokemon, and as a community, we're shaping it into a fun and much better place. Especially compared to what Wonder Trade normally looks like.
Oh,
Overrun
Dratini?
with bots and early
Not
route
shiny.
Pokemon.
Not a
Just look at
shiny
Surprise
Dratini.
Trade in Scarlet and Violet right now. A desolate wasteland of bots. Wonder Trade was put in this game to give the Pokemon community our own creative control over the Pokemon universe, or at least a little slice of it. And I think events like these make it a better place. At least that's my take
Yeah, I'm
on
looking
it.
forward to the next Wonder Trade going. That
Oh,
he
that's
does.
an Oiltaria if I've
Because
ever
that
seen
means
one.
that the
If this
current
isn't named
Wonder Trade or
Oiltaria,
Surprise Trade
I'm
won't
walking out
just
of
be
this room.
bots.
I'm sitting right down. That's an Oiltaria.
I ran into a fake version of myself, and instead of giving the famous Sonic vs. Shadow speech that I had been rehearsing for years, I said this.
Oh, I'm getting fake Mac. I'm getting the fake Matt again. What the heck?
I wasn't too
I'm
concerned
starting
about
to
there
get
being fake versions of me Wonder Trading
starting to get
Pokemon out. It's
deepy,
not
maybe
like
just
people
a
were doing
bit.
anything bad. But what got really concerning was when I noticed the original trainer of this one YouTube link Furret that I would get.
Look at the OT. Look at that OT. What the heck? Who's walking around right now with the file called Absol Poops?
Afraid of my identity being stolen, I decided I would need to hit the road. This was the last Wonder Trade session I did from my own home. I saddled up and got ready to go see the solar eclipse.
There's the Pokemon Sun right there. In a couple days, it's gonna be covered by the Pokemon Moon.
And I was joined on this eclipse adventure by the most epic gamer that I know, Kotatsu and Univa. And she can testify that on the way,
Oh, my cat
we
sneezed.
saw an uncomfortable amount
Bless
of
you,
oil.
buddy. Bless you.
You know what's probably in that tank right there? Oil.
Oh my god.
The oil.
And it's getting delivered directly to my Ultra Moon game.
Look out there. Do you see that? That's an oil rig.
Wait a second.
No matter where we go, we're not safe from being oiled.
I'm gonna be oiled no matter where I go. This
The
might as
rest
well
of
be
his
the
life.
oil-shin.
We went to the beach to see the solar eclipse the way that the Alolans would see it, and we prepared for the final Wonder Trade streams. However, I was so busy preparing on the beach for the eclipse that I wasn't able to be present for the whole first stream and had to hire Calzone to do it instead.
Hey, it's me, Calzone. I'm at the beach right now, and I'm about to do some Wonder
Stretch my
Trades.
Is that Calzone?
Oh, no, this is not Calzone. I don't know what you're talking about.
Calzone, what are you doing in my condo?
I'm just doing some Wonder Trades. This is just where I was told to stream it, so I'm just doing my job right now.
Okay.
The webcam froze. The webcam froze. What the heck? Matt told me to stream from right here. I don't know. He paid me $3 for this, so
Three
for
whole
$3 I'd
seconds.
stream in the Arctic. Me when the Eradicate. Me when I'm at Golden Corral feasting with all the Oddish. I stuff my cheeks like Eradicate.
I didn't tell chat or anyone that I was hanging out with Kotatsu though. I wanted to make that a surprise.
Totally
So
not
I set up for
Calzone. No,
Calzone
totally
to
not a
eventually get
Calzone.
scared in the middle of stream.
Totally not Calzone.
You know, Oddish don't fart. You
Yeah,
know,
it's
I'm
just
not
it's
gonna
just
even,
Absol
I'm just
with a
dropping the
mustache.
conversation right there.
Trust.
And throughout the stream,
That's the conspiracy
there would
theory
be
anyway.
bizarre hauntings by a mysterious entity in the room.
Did Teddy Ursa move in the
Though,
back?
like
Is there
many
a poltergeist
conspiracy
in this home? Did
theories,
Matt
it's
send me to
probably
somewhere
not
haunted?
true. Probably
Reviewing the
not
footage,
true.
the scare
I
didn't
gotta move my
exactly
mic
go as
closer.
intended, though. Something scared me. Because you
There we
see,
go.
this Teddy Ursa was not part of the plan. It was actually a ghost. After doing some more research, I found out that this condo is haunted by the
My life is
spirit of a
cute.
Teddy Ursa. Or a Teddy Cursa, if you will. After it allegedly got hit by a golf cart on the shore of the beach. Rumor has it if you stay in this condo, you might see it. And it was truly terrifying to see that happen to Calzone. What did go as planned, though, were Kotatsu's shenanigans. Where it didn't seem all that many people in the chat noticed what she was doing in the background.
This is so scary right now.
Oh no, that's a YouTube
I don't want to get caught.
Oh,
How does no one see this?
Shenanigans.
She even wonder traded with Calzone at one point, without him even noticing she was in the room.
Yeah, that's a meat hole right there. That is so cool. Am I related to Addlezone? I mean, that's a place that exists. It's pretty cool. This is a meat hole that lives in the pool.
This literally
Goes to swim every now and then. Okay,
We've traded with Calzone.
This is what Red said to me when I...
With everything he was putting up with, Calzone really earned those $3 I was paying him.
$3
William
whole dollars.
I just got oiled. I'd be slamming doors too.
He even saw gore of his comfort character.
No! Oddish violence, I'm scarred for life. Get this off my screen.
One of the
Oh,
most
Dratini?
baffling things
But
he
it's
saw
not a shiny.
was a perfect
It's not a
parody of
shiny
one of the many
Dratini.
horse videos that I
It
play on
blew.
stream from TikTok user Baloney Shack.
I like blue, but we need pink.
What the heck is this?
We
I
need
like
pink.
punk girls.
For a limited time, the Oilers and Punk Girls are joining together.
The Matt who likes punk girls
To bring
created
fun
a
filled evening
perfect
of
parody of it,
brain expanding
specifically with Oilers and punk girls. And it's one of the most oddly specific and lore-intensive videos I've ever seen, and I'm just glad that it exists for a project as specific as this one.
The milk offs are still there. Thank you, Matt, who likes
Crazy
punk
videos.
girls. Punk girls get a certified thumbs up from Calzone as well now.
Even though Calzone knew Kotatsu was there, it's a little known fact he's actually afraid of Totodile. So the plan was
Even
for
though
Miho
Oddish
the
is super
Totodile
effective
to
against
scare him
Totodile,
away.
so it
We're
doesn't
going
really.
to Vandar again. We're trading
doesn't
once
really
again
make
with
sense.
Vandar right now, which is so awesome. Sorry, I had to clear my throat for a second there. Whoa. I feel an extra weight on my head right now. This is bizarre. I feel like something's trying to attack me right now. This is freaky
like
right now.
cameraman?
I'm
Oh.
scared. I'm scared for my life. I'm not Calzone. Weston
Well
from
then.
Florida. I might just hightail it out here, like $3.
What about them? Do you like Dopey?
But maybe I won't.
What about
Maybe I
Chimera
won't. This
Man?
is
Do you
no,
like?
no. I don't think I might not be cut out for this right now. I might not be cut out for this. Oh, there's another shiny Whimsicott. That's awesome. That's so cool. That is so awesome. I feel something on my.
Oh, they're so cute
Calzone
and
was scared
adorable.
out of the room, and the real party could begin.
Dratini?
Hi guys.
Not shiny. Not a
Oh,
shiny Dratini.
what was that about? Mia, what are you up to today? Oh my gosh, she is just a troublemaker.
What's going on?
What? Hey,
Are there, like
Matt.
wonder trades and stuff? What's
What
up?
are you doing? Oh, I was just, I don't know, I just saw the setup right here.
You
Mia
saw, like-
was acting weird.
Why is it so dark? We gotta turn on light. I heard this place might actually be haunted though by like I don't know. There's like
I
this
may or
Teddy
may not be
Ursa.
blushing.
The
I
rest
may
of
or
the
may
decks
not
was
be
really
blushing.
falling into place.
With Miho with the Oddish army because he was scared. Did you just fall backwards off the
Fell off the
beat?
The meta of custom unlisted YouTube videos had begun, and it was terrifying.
Fruitiger Arrow, Cotton Eye Joe?
This is like something that I like dreamed of before.
I really wonder how it must feel to be someone who randomly stumbles upon these on Wonder Trade, not knowing about the stream.
Oh no, the OT on this one! It's Absol Poops again!
Not again!
I cannot believe that the slander keeps appearing. Absol Poops? Come on. It's my reaction to Absol Poops Furret.
Oh, whoa. Un Faisant.
Unfaisant. What's it named? Unpheasant. Whoa.
Oh, that's such a unique nickname.
Ryan Reynolds?
Shout out to Ryan Reynolds! Let's go!
That's another meme on that channel.
With the end of online coming soon, people really
Because
pulled out
apparently
all the
there's a
stops.
Twitch channel that's just
What
Ryan
lava?
Reynolds, not Ryan Reynolds.
Matt Absol from Kansas who likes punk girls.
The fake Absol?
Hold on, I'm ending this poll. Bellsprout. What the Bellsprout is going on right now?
Oh my gosh.
This is so Bellsprout
where that
crazy.
originated.
Oh my
Bellsprout. What the Bellsprout is this? That's a Bellsprout in my part. What the Bellsprout? Oh my Bellsprout. Like,
Oh my gosh.
this is so Bellsprout and Bellsprout, man. That's Wario Land 4. That's a good game. That's a Bellsprout and good game right there. And that's Kotatsu.
Every Chimera
No
Man
way.
has
Okay,
those
hold on,
talents,
hold
or
on
is
to
it
camera.
just
Let's go.
a very
getting
specific
TikTok
one?
No way, you're getting a Golduck.
This is crazy.
This
right
is a
now.
Wonder Trade happening in this room right now.
IRL Wonder Trade in real life. I said that already.
Oh yeah, there was also a Bulbasaur ARG.
Did I get
Soar,
a meme?
soar, 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 soar. There's a link to another video. Soar, 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 soar. Is this an ARG? Are we on an ARG right now? Is this gonna end up in a walk to Burger King?
Across the Bulbaverse.
I should have.
Do you have an updog command?
What's up, dog? At the end of the night, with one final stream to go, I had to get 52 more Pokemon to finish
You're
this
referring
goal.
to this
We
Chimera
prepared
Husbando
more eggs
streamer
for the
named
final
Rosalie
stream
Lapin.
and for the day of the
Oh.
eclipse. The
Constantly
end
makes
of
you
3DS
smile and
Wi-Fi
such.
was soon upon us.
Well, he sounds like
Or
a very,
the Nintendo BS.
very cool
That's
guy.
what the waitress at this pizza restaurant called it. Hashtag horse and cows.
Hashtag horse and cows.
During which, I would recreate another Baloney Shack horse video. This time, one about enjoying a juicy burger on the beach. I smell cheese.
Stretch my Katini?
I should have seen
Not
the
a
obvious
shiny
foreshadowing
Not a
though.
shiny.
Mass outbreak.
It is a mass outbreak. It's a massive mass outbreak.
Any shinies?
I didn't see any. I don't think I did.
This would lead to one of the top 10 mistakes I've ever made.
Nothing like a juicy burger on the beach while you're watching a horse play in the water. The burger is one thing you're taking.
The seagulls attack.
Why would you feed them? Why would you feed them? This was a horrible idea. We gotta leave.
Wow, you
Top
must love
10
the streamer
worst
a lot,
mistakes
huh?
made by Matt Brandel.
The viewing of the solar eclipse itself was also a bit of a disappointment. We weren't really in the path of totality, and it was cloudy and even started to rain. I had to make my own
Oh,
solar
Katini?
eclipse with these
Not a
cartridges.
shiny. Not a shiny.
Standing in the odds.
But we still had the opportunity for one thing to go right, because people around the world were preparing for this. The final Wonder Trade stream, and the end of 3DS Online. Wonder? I hardly know her. I thought Bergmite would be the last I would get, and Kotatsu thought Tyrogue. Matt, who likes
Those are some high praises.
Let's go! Punk salute? I'll give a punk salute right now. Shout out to all the punk girls. In the Alola games, you become the first champion of the Alola region. The Oiler?
Oiler real.
The Oiler. And on this day, we were aiming to become the last champions of the Alola region's Wi-Fi. The Bite of 87?
Was that the bite of 87?
Kind of crazy, right?
I wonder how many encounters I have so far. I haven't
For
been
all of
keeping
us to
track at
become the
all.
last champions, we need to
Like, how
finish
many
the
am I
national decks
averaging
before it
per
all
game?
closes down
Like
for
when I had
good.
the other games going.
We're not going to make it at this rate. We need to punch Spiel.
I really want to do that math.
Oh, good
So
idea.
that I can know
So
whether or not
Kotatsu and I
I'm in
have the
odds
secret tradition
not.
where we punch this field plush, which is named Junior, for shiny luck
Like,
at the
I feel
beginning
like
of
I
a
might
shiny
reach,
hunting session.
Like,
And we
half
were doing
of
that to
odds by
get
the end
better
of the
luck
week,
for the national decks.
streaming the way I do.
Punch him! Get him! Get that fail!
And don't worry, Junior actually likes it, and no Spheals were harmed in the making of this. We punched it a lot,
Your
though.
Oshi.
I will
Oh,
sit
wow.
down for that. That's the last mythical we need. Let's go. I can rest. It was getting dangerously close to 6 p.m. The time when Wonder Trade would allegedly shut down.
Ooh, things
so
are really
every
ramping
single
up in the
Pokemon
video.
we got was a
It's getting to the
celebration.
climax.
He is deformed right now, guys. Horse.
The
Let's
thing.
go.
I got the thing on me. Monferno!
Let's go!
Genie.
Matt the goat.
Not shiny.
10
Not
left.
a shiny Dratini. I get so excited every time.
And that's a YouTube.com link. I gotta go fast though. I gotta keep
Yeah, no
trading.
time
I
for
can't watch
YouTube.
that yet.
YouTube link can wait.
Pig Knight!
Pig Knight!
That's the #1 guy right there.
Shout out to armadillos everywhere.
That's another joke that gets explained in another video.
So incredibly happy.
That looks shiny.
Oh no!
No! Time
no.
lost.
Trade evolution.
With less than 30 minutes until the shutdown time, every trade evolution was a nightmare.
Keep old moves. Keep your old moves. We don't want them. We don't want those old moves. Okay. Spren from Spain. I'm about to be in Spren without the S. Bronzong!
Let's go!
Bronzong!
She bronze on my ong till
Well-
I Wonder Trade.
Tensions were at their all-time highest.
I'll punch him until we get a new Pokemon. Look at that, he's already
Thank
flattened
you.
to oblivion.
She punch on my spiel till I get a new Pokemon.
I'm still appreciative of every
Seriously?
Pokemon I got and every trade. I
will
promise.
do my
even
best
though it sounded
to
like
accept
this.
those
No!
Please don't be holding a metal coat. Please
Oh,
don't be
no!
holding a metal coat.
No, please.
Please don't
Oh,
be
no.
holding a metal coat. This goes
I
out to
will
everyone
try.
named Dave. Take a hike.
Yeah, you Dave.
Wow. Yes!
Yes!
Yes! We got the reader.
Oh my gosh.
Must be me.
5
left.
Pokemon left. Come on.
Well, I hope being me.
How many minutes do we have left?
4.
is awesome.
4 minutes. We are not
Amazing.
getting all of them.
I hope being me will
Eventually,
help
the
me.
time came that we were supposed
be
to be
successful,
kicked
you
off
know?
the servers, and all hope was lost.
I certainly hope so.
Or was it?
Dewotion!
It was past time, but we all still seem to be online.
Timer's
The fake Matt!
fake Matt from Kansas who likes punk girls.
Oh my gosh! What if the fake Matt is
Yeah,
Mr.
I'm hoping
Masuda?
to hear back from the job
That is
fair
Meowstick!
tomorrow.
I don't have beef with Meowstick. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, please, you got 3 more.
Let's
3 more.
go. 3 left.
Somehow.
Rumors in chat began stirring about people not being able to connect again after being kicked off. If I got a communication error or
So,
lost internet
hopefully,
connection,
if I hear
or
back
if the
from
people
that,
online didn't have
and
any
it's
of these
successful
Pokemon,
and I can
it was
start
all
schooling
over.
again.
Yes! Yes!
It's a bit
Okay.
like,
Two more.
emotionally
Two
defeating to
more.
have to go back
You're
to school
enduring
after I've
fracturing
already
her.
been to school.
You're fired.
But
Horse.
it's
Ham
all
from
right. It's
Kentucky.
Okay,
fine.
Ham, you better
I just
come through.
I just need to get to a place where I can make money.
Ham,
Sayonara.
you are a
I'm sure Ham is a great person.
You believe
Probably
in
the
me?
coolest ham in all of Kentucky, if I had to
Well,
guess.
then I'll believe in you
Sylveon.
who believes in
I
me.
don't
Dratini?
know why I thought that was a girder for
No
a second.
shiny.
Are you okay?
I was like, I'm hallucinating now. I'm seeing illusions.
I'm losing my vision.
I'll do my best to believe in you.
Oh
Yes!
my god! We
Go!
got 1 more, we just need
We
fracture!
just need fracture, or my heart will
The
be
last
fractured.
Punch field
Pokemon
now?
of the Wonder Trade Gauntlets.
Dual punch it. Okay. Ah! Wait, we can hydraulic press
Okay.
it.
For maybe the first time ever, all the spotlight was on Fracture.
This is my phone case that I bring into public with me.
Just one trade could be the difference between making history and Fracture becoming the most hated Pokemon of all time in my heart.
Port Raptor.
Did we get one?
If you trade me a fracture right now,
You're getting banned. You're getting banned.
no, not
Oh,
getting
wait,
banned.
No,
Like,
if you
no.
don't, if you don't,
That
do
would be-
fracture. Oh my god, please. Texas made completed before the Wi-Fi got shut down. Oh my god!
But you know what? Let's keep trading till the bitter end.
We did.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Every time I
tears
watch this,
falling down my
the energy just swells
Oh my
in my
gosh.
chest every single time.
I
It's
can't even
so-
type in
so
chat right now. It's
exciting.
going so
We
fast.
did it. This is
We
so
did
amazing. We did it. High five to chat. Thank
I find
extra.
this. Wait, let's hug Spiel. Just as thanks.
I threw him 1 second.
Gavin from Pennsylvania. I'm gonna give Spiel just the biggest hug.
Aww, horse.
Biggest horse.
We weren't the only ones popping off at this. This was a group celebration. I daringly disconnected and checked Pokemon Bank to see the dex progress. We had truly obtained all 807. And afterwards, I was still able to reconnect and have a little bit of a Wonder Trade victory lap until the bitter
Yeah,
end.
of course. Did you
When
not
I
hear
got
just
an
now?
unfortunate error. No! Communication error? At 1993 trades?
No!
The service has been discontinued. Thank you for using the service.
Thank you for using the service.
I'm using the wrong hand.
What a journey.
This has been a trip.
Wow.
The final Pokemon we received is this Trevenant
Yeah, I don't know
from
if you heard
Elmonica.
that, Toby, but
Looking
I was
back on it
actually in
all,
that
I
video
couldn't
just
help
now.
but think back to when the DS and the Wii Wi-Fi shut down in 2014, where I sat alone in my room
I took part in
and
the
watched it go
events.
out with a whimper. And I look at where I am now, completing this crazy project with over 1,000 people and my best friend right by my side.
What is this?
What? Wait, what is that? That's us!
Oh my god, it's me.
And I can't believe how far I've come.
Come on, buddy. You can
It
wait
really
like
takes a
20 minutes
community
for
to
the
pull
end of the
this
video,
off.
can't you?
And even if it might feel helpless for you right now,
Yeah, it knows me a
if you
pity.
keep working at it, you can
How long do I
accomplish
have
something
left?
like this too.
Okay, 10
Just as
minutes
long as you
left
keep
in the
believing
video.
in
You
yourself.
can wait 10 minutes,
And maybe
buddy.
someday people will be
You can
making
wait
fake
10
accounts of you,
minutes.
of you pooping, and sending them out
You
as
can
Pokemon
wait.
nicknames.
Dratini?
And making you cry
Not a
laughing
shiny.
at the thought of some random person receiving it as a Wonder Trade.
Look at your PFP! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! No!
There's only been one Dragonair encounter today. One out of all the 2 hours that I've been streaming. And it wasn't shiny, it was regular.
My legacy even continued on Wonder Trade, thanks to the fake Matt accounts. They managed
on,
to stay
Cat.
connected to the internet longer
Just
than I
wait
did.
10 minutes, okay?
And as long as you remained connected with no errors, you stayed online.
Sure is a rare
for
dragon? Yeah,
maybe
that's
even
why
a month
it's
if you
the-
were crazy enough.
That's why it's
And
like
these
the
fake
white
Mats
whale
stayed
encounter
on Wonder
of-
Trading Pokemon
of this
for
generation.
a while. But now let's look at some
Like the
stats.
clouds shiny. Like I don't even know if there's record online of anyone catching this specific shiny Dragonair in
what's
this
up?
game.
My name is Matthew, short for mathematics, you.
Like, if
I'm
I
from
end
the
up being the
Team
first
Skull
somehow.
Division of Mathematics and Statistics,
That would-
yo.
yo,
I
can't
yo,
even
let's
imagine.
look over what the top Wonder Trades were, yo. Coming in at number 5, yo. We
Like
got an
there's a
Alolan
record of
Classic.
encounters of it,
We got
but no records of it catch, of being caught. I think.
Rowlet, of course. Who didn't expect this one, yo? But coming in at 4th place, we have a tie. With 18 trades, we got Poliwag, mostly coming from Beanhurst, with a really cursed story, yo.
Very cursed.
And then also with 18 trades, we got Totodile, or Miho, yo. Shout out to Kotatsu, and also shout out to Cloud Backup for also sending out lots of Totodile, named Big Guy. It's a pretty big guy right here, yo. 3rd place, we got Matt's favorite Pokemon, Absol. Gotta represent. 2nd place, not what you'd expect, Porygon. Forget about Picky Peck. We're going Blocky Bird this time. And in 1st place, the most Wonder Traded Pokemon, yo. It's Kecleon, which is not what I'd expect at all. In Alola, you can only really find these in this tunnel.
Is this
I didn't
better
even know
for
these
the
encounters
sprites? I think
existed.
that might be better for the
This is all
sprites.
thanks to AVK Profit, who also sent out a ton of Kecleon during the Shining Pearl Wonder Trade Gauntlet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
those
it's
are our
not as
most
much
traded
like the
Pokemon, yo.
screen.
Thank you so much to
It does
fellow
make it
Team
more
Skull
difficult for me to
member,
see the screen.
Drifting Quill,
Dratini?
for
It
compiling
blew.
this
It's a
big
blue
old
Dratini.
spreadsheet with all the trade stats, yo. But what's gonna be on the final team now?
Not pink.
We're gonna be doing a full playthrough
Oh,
of Ultra Moon with
camera.
some of these Pokemon.
Camera, please.
So let's decide
Stay
who we're gonna
focused.
use in a
need to
grand
stay locked in,
tournament
camera.
of champions. Let's take things over to Calzone.
Hey guys, it's me,
Oh, yeah, this is
Calzone.
definitely, like,
it's
a
time for the
better
Tournament of
angle
Champions
for
tonight.
the
There are
DS.
100-something Pokemon on this
Cat,
list right
could
here.
you
And I told
please
Cal
wait?
to run a
It's like
double
less than 10
elimination
minutes now,
bracket
come on.
until there only remained
Less
6.
than 10 minutes.
The final team. It was a 5-hour tournament with lots of
that's
intense
possibility.
votes and coin flips. But what was most intense was that Calzone didn't finish running this tournament because he got scared.
This is
Oh
really
my
bizarre.
god, my poor kitty.
What is happening?
Please just wait
What is
like 10 more
happening?
minutes, okay?
Oh my gosh, what?
Please just wait 10
What is
more
going
minutes.
on? What is going on? Who is laughing in my ear right now? Holy, oh, I need to go. I need to go. This computer's haunted.
Oh, Dratini?
Slurb Numb
It
has
blew.
defeated Ryan Reynolds.
It blew,
Shout out to
Dratini.
Ryan Reynolds. But Slurb Numb has cemented itself on the final team. Slurb Numb the Panpour. A lot
I
of the
do
voter
think the
fraud
video
was
with
really coming
these
from the
Pokemon
league
has
heads
been
of the Nova
released.
League, trying to
I
get
do
Void
think
Jumpers
these
the
ones
Minior
have.
into the final team, but it wasn't strong enough for Meowth on the scene. And after an
I
exhausting
wonder what I should
5
do for the
hours,
next Safari
this
week
was the
stream.
final team that was decided.
Because I'm planning on making it like a morning
Necrozma's gonna be
stream.
wild.
Oh, you're
Because
so
Tallulah,
One day
I
you'll
want
see the
Tallulah
exploits
to be
of
there
Meowth
for
on
when
the
I
scene.
play Honkai.
Hatsune Milku.
And they
I
have
Love Men,
Monday
the
and
Spinda,
Thursday off.
The YouTube
But
link
those are
Absol
days that I
Pooch
work.
Bronzong.
So I
Slurb
won't
Numb
be
the
able
Panpour,
to play
and
Honkai and
oiled
stream
up
it
the
until in the
Chinchino.
afternoon
But this
after I get home.
playthrough will have to wait for another day.
So
Just
Safari
know that I
Week
have
stuff will
some
have to be done
crazy
in the
plans
morning.
for it, and I cannot
Which I
wait
don't
to
remember
share
the
them
last
with
time
y'all.
I've done a morning
And now I guess I
stream.
gotta end this video. This
Tallulah
journey has been
mentioned, yeah,
so
Tallulah-
crazy.
Tallulah's
It was
busy
quite a
doing
roller
homework
coaster
right now,
ride.
though.
Thank you for watching the whole
Tallulah
way
is
through.
busy doing art analysis
And now I
homework.
can't think of a better way to end this than getting some thoughts specifically from
Cat,
someone named
please.
Sam from
Please
Idaho.
be patient.
And then
It's
checking
literally
up
the end.
on
Literally
how the
like 3
boys
more
are
minutes
doing
of the video and
after
then we'll
that
be
whole
done.
Delphox warning and kidnapping thing. And then who knows how we'll end it from there, actually. Thanks so much for watching. I will see y'all next time.
Well, it is Dunzo. It's gone. It's forever lost. But I'm never gonna forget it. And honestly, it ending, rather than just staying online forever, is kind of
Why am I not
you
getting
know, a little
Pokemon
bit
right
more
now?
sweet
I know it's the end of
because,
stream, but come on, I
you
can
know,
get a
I'll be
few
able to
more
look back and
encounters
think I was a
in.
part of that.
There we go.
So yeah, Sam from Idaho, signing out forever. I'm a fool, and I am free.
And then there's this. This beautiful. Sweet. Yeah, this is the last video in the thing. So yeah, once this video is over, gonna go ahead and end stream for tonight. See if there's anyone else doing Safari Week that I can raid into, because some people don't allow raids
My name
for some
was
reason.
Aiden, but you could have called me Hyrule Skibbity.
Like, this is a community week where people in the community do streaming and,
I noticed
shiny
Master,
hunting
who
in
you
Safari
can still
Zone.
call Absol.
So why would you
has
not
succeeded
allow
in
for
his
raids?
mission in claiming a
Sorry,
Delphox
that's
from my
it's a
Wonder
pet
Trades.
peeve thing, pissing me off.
As promised, I will now release the boy back to his home.
Yeah, you get it? Yeah.
I apologize sincerely for my transgressions.
Alright, let's see how many more encounters we can get before this video ends. We're right at the end here. There we go.
I see now that the circumstances of one's Wonder Trade are irrelevant.
The hat dropped? Indeed.
It is what you do
The hat
with the
do be
gift
dropping.
of the boy that
The boy.
determines who you really are.
The boy. The dramatics of it all. Alright. Imagine if that was a shiny. That would have been a perfectly timed shiny with the video. It would have been so good.
So what now?
I don't know. You want to walk to Burger King?
Only if we can walk back home from Burger King.
I walk to Burger King, then I walk back home from Burger King. Walk to Burger King, then I walk back
Yeah, I
home
think I
from
actually got more than 4 or 5. I think it's more like 20 gratuities if we want to be real.
Man, I would
Anyway,
hate
last
to be oiled
encounter.
right now.
I know.
Well, okay, one more.
I would hate to be oiled up right now.
One more
It would-
encounter.
it would
One
really
more.
suck to be oiled
Just
in
one more.
4D,
Just one more. I
Oiled
promise.
backwards,
Maybe.
oiled forwards, oiled east, oiled
Video
west.
isn't over yet.
Like, what if the oiler
Just
was
one
here?
more.
Wouldn't that be
Just
like
one more
crazy?
hit.
That'd be so
One
crazy.
more.
Reaching through.
I don't
and
have a
causing
problem.
Oil to happen.
I think don't look to your right now, but
Okay,
I
last
just
encounter
did what you
for
told
real.
me not to do, and I'm scared.
I'm scared too. I think that's the oiler.
I think the oiler is
No.
here, and I can't even see him.
No shiny.
You can just feel his presence.
Yeah, no shiny. And that's the last encounter of the day. That's the last encounter of the day. Ooh, well, I can actually show off my DS. Look at this DS. Like, this is my first DS I got. And it's like the special edition one. Where's it good? Oh, that's your problem, Topi? Well, we can fix that. We can fix that at a later date. Yes, special edition. Yeah, I've had to replace the battery once, but so far I've been taking pretty good care of it. Alright, time to find someone to raid into. Gotta move the mic. There's that. Okay. Yes, I know very much what time it is. I know very well the time. Alright, let's go over to here. And let's see if there's anyone doing Safari Week this late at night. Let's see. Let's see who's hunting. Ooh. Ooh, someone I'm following is actually doing Safari Week. And it looks like they're hunting in 7 games right now. Damn! Impressive. Alright. Can I raid? Yes, I can raid into Arpeggio Auto. Alright, gonna put the raid message into chat. Thank you, Topi. I appreciate having you here. I really appreciate having you here. It's a lot of fun having some back and forth. Alright, here is the raid message. Thank you so much for being here, and if... Matane? No, not quite yet. I gotta do a few goodbyes first. Tomorrow, I plan to do Honkai stream in the afternoon, and I'm going to try to wake up to do safari hunting in the morning. Keyword there, try. But yes, I hope that I will get to see you guys later. We're going to be raiding into Arpeggio Auto. Everyone be nice. And with that, I'll see you later. Matane!